that they got next. All up on they biz talking about their lyricists, so stop it if you wanna try now. Cause I got a 16 that will end your whole career now. Whether label or independent, I'm known to be self-sufficient. I move with a daily rhythm, I see you with my inner vision. Now what you talking about that I ain't hiding now? I put the flame to the street to burn the block down. Because styles upon styles upon styles is what I have. Rest in peace Fife, and what up to the abstract. Shout out Ali and Jerobi. I speak in native tongue even if they don't know me. Growing out my hair like young Kobe, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Tito not Toby. You know me, I'm hip-hop to the roots, and this could be a moment of truth. Guru.
Promise?
Promise. Yeah.
Okay.
Ross is my name.
Another day, another dollar in this motherfucker. Make you scream, wanna holler in this motherfucker. Nigga work with a dog collar. How the fuck I'm supposed to raise from the ghetto if to pay little? Every man that I know got a plan. Every man that I know work for the man. Speak for me and breathe air you breathe. So I know I got something to achieve. In the mind of a state, give a fuck on what it take. I'm a millionaire, billionaire. See you when I get there. For now, let's grind in the ghetto state of mind. Put the pedal to the floor, I got a steep hill to climb. That money on my mind, gamble everything of mine. Rather be broke than to live with a yoke. Nowadays, people slave for a little bit of hope. Guess I better ball hard, spit a bar, sell dope. Excuse me, Mr. Officer. What it take for my hands to drop? Why to stop? What we here for? You know the answer. Cause I'm black with a hat and a nice car. Excuse me, Mr. Officer. What it take for my hands to drop? Why to stop? What we here for? You know the answer. Whoa, wait, you're making a mistake. Another day, another dollar in this motherfucker. Make you scream, wanna holler in this motherfucker. What it take for a real nigga get a break? Made a contribution, fuck retribution. Laid a foundation, still motherfucker hating. Rather see a nigga broken, see him elevate. Know if you made it through, now contemplate what I'm here for. Appearance of the Jim Crow, probably just mockery, jokes and hypocrisy. Take a stand and the folks on top of me. Call a guard, come fast with security. They pounce hard and wanna press charge. Made a little progress and I'm still under stress, saw a little bit of change. But the attitude's the same, like I'm back in the hood with a Glock and I'm good. Sabotage myself, I don't need no help. Excuse me, Mr. Officer. What it take for my hands to drop? Why to stop? What we here for? You know the answer. Cause I'm black with a hat and a nice car. Excuse me, Mr. Officer. What it take for my hands to drop? Why to stop? What we here for? You know the answer. Whoa, wait, you're making a mistake. Another day, another dollar in this motherfucker. Make you scream, wanna holler in this motherfucker. Give me dap right on the backside, in the limelight. This my time, right? Should I see? Put heat to it, let the time pass, never speak to it. Who would I be? To stay silent is calamity, so I came to speak. Got a million man strong with a right to bear arms. All it take is a song, play the shit in a song. Super grip on my phone, got the video and drone. Catch a glimpse of the ruckus is the movement and push. Nigga tired of being pushed, now police in the streets with the riot getting heat. Rubber bullets in the shield just to make us know the feel. One shot, one kill, nigga dead in the street cause the bullet was for real. Excuse me, Mr. Officer. What it take for my hands to drop? Why to stop? What we here for? You know the answer. Cause I'm black with a hat and a nice car. Excuse me, Mr. Officer. What it take for my hands to drop? Why to stop? What we here for? You know the answer. Whoa, wait, you're making a mistake.
Ross is my name.
Hey. Peso Picasso, Peso La Bird, whatever you want to call it.
Perfect.
Hey. Hey. I'm on this shit that they not on. They say let bygones be bygones. Grip on the net like a python. Jump out the top like I'm Zion. I want the realest, no caption. Need a little bitch in the fashion. She bust it back like we crashing. I tell my shit, I'm about action. Hop in the studio, turn to assassin. I'm about those, no time for distraction. Can you imagine? Beamer to Aston. Ha, past them, I'm in the league of my own. Like mobile, I guess of myself. They like, so what you own? I'm working for generation wealth. Know to the shit that I'm on. Ay, you niggas not on. Know to the shit that I'm on. Ay, you niggas not on. Feeling like James Bond. Ay, 007, I get it, it's gone. Fuck the papon. Ay, nigga, I'm stone. Know to the shit that I'm on. Ay, you niggas not on. Know to the shit that I'm on. You niggas not on. Feeling like James Bond. 007, I get it, it's gone. Fuck the papon. Ay, nigga, I'm stone. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta sit back, enjoy life, cause you don't know how long you gonna be here. Hey, I'm in the league of my own. I might just go play for myself. All of this shit that you own, your dollars ain't making no sense. Don't act like you knew me, that's pretense. To that little bitch to the deep end. She wanna slide for the weekend. Do say got me tweaking. New as a youngin', I've been up to something. I ain't body cousins, but I'm on the block like I'm drumming. I got the drip like I'm gonna. I make a wanna. I'ma hit it 4 times. You gon' call me stunner. They say you too smooth, boy, slid out the gutter, but still in the cut, so you could get cut up. Still in the cut, so you could get cut up. Know to the shit that I'm on. Ay, you niggas not on. Know to the shit that I'm on. Ay, you niggas not on. Feeling like James Bond. Ay, 007, I get it, it's gone. Fuck the papon. Ay, nigga, I'm stone. Know to the shit that I'm on. Ay, you niggas not on. Know to the shit that I'm on. You niggas not on. Feeling like James Bond. 007, I get it, it's gone. Fuck the papon. Ay, nigga, I'm stone. Picasso, Peso La Bird, whatever you want to call it. I sick of class, started making classics.
Ross is my name.
fuck going on. There's a whole lot of ice shit going on.
Gang, man, gang. 20 gang, 20 gang. If it ain't 20 gang, it ain't nothing.
Underdogs winning. What the fuck they talking? Hey, the underdogs
gang,
winning.
ain't winning, man.
Underdogs winning.
Ooh, it's true. Gas all I smoke, backwards what I roll. 45 on my side, devil want my soul. Bad bitch in the ride, go wherever I go, do whatever I want. She don't ever say no. Gas all I smoke, backwards where I roll. 45 on my side, devil want my soul. Bad bitch in the ride, go wherever I go, do whatever I want. She don't ever say no. I get fly for no reason, never I commit treason. Fuck the bitch that I'm leaving, already I'm bleeding. Ooh, dropped out, I ain't stay in school. Make mines, had to break the rules. Fast cars and fancy jewels. Front on me, you gon' make the news. That's a bet for show that. Just letting you know that I be low where your hoe at. Show me where the dough at. I roll around, I hold it down to the ground. I run the town, go 100 miles, got 100 styles. Be running wild while the money pile. Gas all I smoke, backwards what I roll. 45 on my side, devil want my soul. Bad bitch in the ride, go wherever I go, do whatever I want. She don't ever say no. Gas all I smoke, backwards what I roll. 45 on my side, devil want my soul. Bad bitch in the ride, go wherever I go, do whatever I want. She don't ever say no. I'm sourced up, I'm dripping, I'm bossed up, I'm pimping. I'm double cupping, I'm sipping. Them niggas hating and tripping. I'm taking all of they bitches, I'm making all of my riches. I handle all of my business, then peel off with the quickness. Lord, can I get a witness? Buy everything expensive, it's food for thought for them dishes. Be careful with your wishes, you never know how far I go. Hold tight, won't let it go. No one else got a better flow, get better, and better. Gas all I smoke, backwards where I roll. 45 on my side, devil want my soul. Bad bitch in the ride, go wherever I go, do whatever I want. She don't ever say no. Gas all I smoke, backwards where I roll. 45 on my side, devil want my soul. Bad bitch in the ride, go wherever I go, do whatever I want. She don't ever say no.
Bam, bam. How do I sound? Can you hear me now? Now we should be good. Okay, I told you. I'm going to make one of these work, okay? I told you. I'm jumping in late. Excuse me. Bam. But I had the music going. Gas all I smoke. Man, I'm wrong. My man Bumpy. What's going on, everybody? Man, it's Sunday. Come on. We finally getting some good weather. My people out there, let me get to this chat. Okay, I got to put it in front of me. You know, I don't be having it in front of me. But what's going on? I see my man, Joshua Drake. Yes, man. I had to cut it off. It was the pandemic cut. I had to get it. Okay, I see that. Joshua Drake, what's up? Shane, Chelsea's World, Joe. Who else? I know I'm missing, man. I always miss people who come in. Paul. Oh, my goodness. Rainy. If it ain't Rainy. Andrea Mitchell. Yes, definitely. It's even all around. I guess you would call it, what, a Caesar? You know, a good Caesar. Joshua Drake, what the fuck? Hold on. Do I got the... Do I got the bombs going? Can you hear the bombs? Uh-oh. I got them going. Yes, that works. Man, my man, Joshua Drake, yo, my dog, man, I can't wait, to tell you guys about the things going on. This right there, man, is what makes me come on. So I said, my man Joshua Drake, he was dropping it like it's hot last Sunday. I need to jump on here. Even when I was getting my hair cut and everything, I said, my man Joshua Drake, he was dropping it like it's hot. My man Joe, he been representing for the channel. He been fighting. Okay, he been putting up stuff, PS4 stuff. Okay, I got my man Dead Specimen over there holding down. I got Kaya holding down. I got Rainey over here. I got Alchemy Gaming doing this thing up. Man, everybody. Folks showing love. Paul coming by, dropping in. I got Scott who be hitting me up on face. Everybody. Shane, I see you. Let me just stop. Let me stop. I'm name dropping. I'm snitching. I'm dry snitching right now. My fault. We not supposed to be doing that. I don't even be dry snitching like that. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Wonderful Sunday, March 21st, 2021. Yes, we are 45 episodes in. Dude, 45 episodes in. Can you believe that? 45 episodes in. I'm not even including some of the other episodes. We're almost on the 50th episode. I don't even know if I want to do something big, because for me, I'm with you. Damn, that's crazy. For me, I don't know if I want to do something big for the 50th. I don't think so. I think the 100th episode is kind of the thing where I'm at. But it's still got a long way to go. We got a long journey. This is where it starts. The podcast is doing great. So all the downloads are coming from everywhere. I'm seeing people just take hold of this movement, man. This MoFam movement. I don't know what to do. Okay, but see, look, 50th to be the tier. We gonna talk. We got some things to talk about. I'm just gonna go ahead and go on. We gonna start. I'm gonna run my damn mouth as I normally do, and I'm gonna turn up because I got a lot to talk about. And today we going to start. And people who listen to podcasts, they don't get the visuals like you guys get. Okay, you guys get the visuals, but people listening, we got a great show to talk about, and we're just gonna start off with Gucci sneakers. What the hell am I talking about Gucci sneakers for? Because it don't have nothing to do with gaming. Typically, I would never start off any show talking about sneakers. You never heard of it. 45 episodes. You never heard me ever say any damn thing about a sneaker until today. Yes, that is because we're not just talking about any Gucci sneaker. Gucci is stepping into the AR world. Yes, they are. And we're going to take a look at this ugly ass shoe, because it's ugly. It's terrible. But I just thought about it, just before I even dive deeper into it, before we really talk about this shoe in detail, I would like to just let you guys know, when I first heard of this, I thought, man, that'd be pretty cool to put on some sneakers. And now, maybe 50 years down the line, okay, everybody will be having on these AR shoes. You wouldn't even have to buy different shoes. You would buy the same shoes, and now you're just buying skins. Whoa, real life skins for your shoes. I tell you, I went outside, came back in. That's how you do. You come outside, you sit down, and come back in. You got all types of stuff going on up there. So nonetheless, let's go ahead. And I think I'm going to just pull it up on screen. Just the whole entire article. I do want to give a shout out to The Verge. The Verge always got great content. Okay, if you guys do not know about The Verge, how don't you not? Great website. They always do cover everything like tech and, all types of stuff. So let's go ahead and pull it up on screen. Now, I am muted for some reason here. So let's see. I'm just going to go ahead. Okay, we're going to move that a little bit just so we don't. Did I just hit the mute? Okay. Well, we're going to leave it. Don't mind it, guys. It's just a mute thing over there because I don't want the sound to in effect and give me echoes and all that. Okay. So, nonetheless, Gucci designed virtual sneakers for Hypebeast and Roblox and VR chat. Yo, hold up. Pull my camera up, man. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Gucci designed virtual sneakers for Hypebeast and Roblox and VR chat. Now, VR chat, I understand. You're going in VR chat, you're walking around, get you off. Do you know what the hell my daughter would do? Finding out that I could buy her some damn Gucci shoes right now, and she can be in Roblox, flossing on them with different types of shoes. All she got to do now is go buy the skin for the shoe. Isn't that amazing? Just think about that. That was kind of mind-blowing to me, but I'm not, let's talk about it in detail. Maybe I'm going too far, but they have designed these virtual sneakers for Hypebeast and Roblox and VR chat, and they're only $12.99. Very reasonable price to come into the game. Okay, that's nice. Let's get a good look at them, okay? And as you see, just looking down at them, it looks like a mix of golf with Space Jam with it's terrible. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it's terrible. All the way around, down to the pump me up, right on the front. You know, you had to pump me up so that you squeeze to get your jump on. That's for my old school folks out there, the Reeboks. Go look it up. You don't know what I'm talking about. But they even got the pump right there. I said, oh man. But I could imagine having these on, and then you look down at your feet and you go, man, I got some nice, oh, let me try on these other Gucci's. You know, hey, we got a whole library of Gucci shoes. What shoes do you want? Oh, I want these Gucci's. They usually cost $885, but I can't afford that. But I can afford $12.99. Gucci, can you make me feel like I own these? Sure can. So Gucci is diving into the virtual luxury footwear with a new exclusive digital pair of sneakers called the Gucci Virtual 25 that can be worn in augmented reality or used in partnered apps like Roblox and VR chat. Okay? Surprisingly, the shoes are a lot less expensive than a typical Gucci piece. You can buy the Virtual 25s from the Gucci app for $12.99 or $8.99 in the Wanna Kicks AR sneaker app. Now, I just want to let you guys know, this is the iOS app for all my Android users out there. Shout out to you guys. I was so pissed to go download this. I wasted my time. Yes, my time is valuable. Okay? I did download the app, the Gucci app. I went through it and everything. You know what? I didn't even have to get the shoes. I was able to already just take my feet and see how Gucci's look on them. So I'm thinking, what the hell is the point of this? Okay? But nonetheless, Roblox, VR chat, and just normal day-to-day. So they're expanding, okay? And I'm thinking this is kind of deep, but you can't do it on Android. So nonetheless, get you an Apple device if you want to enjoy some of these Gucci's. I am going to buy some just because, you know, what the hell? Why not? It's not that much, okay? We got our stimmies, okay? You can do this. Joshua Drake just gave me $5. That lets me invest in a channel to buy something like this to be able to show you guys. See, that's what I want to do. I want to buy things, invest in the channel, show you guys usage of it. So we're going to do that. That's one of them we're going to try. What the hell? Why not? Not that much. Okay. But the Gucci Virtual 25 sneakers are designed by Gucci creative director Alessandro Michele and feature a chunky neon green and pink look that might not be for anyone, what it should have said. But they feel appropriately over the top for something that will never exist in real life. Like all Gucci clothing, the shoes also bear the iconic GC logo. In this case, it's on the sole of the shoe and the inflatable, again, totally virtual, tongue. Okay. So just so you look at those shoes. Now you can go look. They show the Sneaker Garage, different shoes that you could be trying on your feet. They do have other images here. As you can see, he kicks his feet up. And I'm not going to lie, they look like a pair of Huaraches almost. They don't look too bad from there. But still, that top, it looks like I can just twist it off. I don't know. But the shoes were created in partnership with Wanna, a company that specializes in providing AR technology for marketing. Already has its own app for trying on sneakers virtually. The Virtual 25s are sold in Wanna's app for that less expensive $8.99 price. But if you want to receive the downloadable assets to show off the shoes in other apps like Roblox and VR chat, you'll have to purchase them for $12.99 in Gucci's app. Okay. And I can go on and I've tried them on. Don't take these sneakers for me. He says I can see some logic with wearing them and blah, blah, blah. He kind of doesn't like them, you know, and that's the end of that. But nonetheless, I will say, I actually think they're pretty dope. You know what I mean? If you can put them on just now, I said 50 years from now, work with me here. 50 years from now, guys, this is not going to be something right away. 50 years from now, because 50 years from now, I guarantee you'll be able to put on some damn glasses, ride down the street, boom, boom, boom. You're going to turn and look to the mall that you ride by all the time, and you're going to have on your AR glasses. And you know what your AR glasses are going to say? They're going to say you have 6 friends out of your 357 friends on Facebook that are in this mall right now. One's in this store buying this. Do you want to go to the mall? And you can simply tell your AR glasses no. Okay, that's the future. So imagine having these glasses on. You walk up to somebody, hey, they might look a bum if you take the glasses off, but you put the glasses on, you got a dime piece. It's gonna mess the club game up. You can't even go to the club no more, okay, because everybody gonna have on the shades and you don't know who look good, who look bad no more. You take them off and hey, you know, it's your business. Hey. But anyways, I think that is pretty dope to have shoes stepping into the AR world. I'm all about tech. I'm all about the future, science, all that. And I think this is something that is major. If we could start, if people, and this is not me, I'm too old for this. I'm going to be honest. I'm too old for that. Okay. But if people start wearing just like one flat plain clothing and start buying skins for what they wear, that's going to be weird. I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready. Okay. Now I want to read something from the chat. I was about to chat. NBA 2K VR. Yo, another one too. I don't care about shoe fashion. I just get whatever I think looks good. That's specimen. I feel you on that. Even if they're $20. No, that's cool. I'm with you on that. Even if they're $20, it don't matter how much a shoe costs. If it look good, it look good. Gucci Ghost NFT sold for $3,600. Woo! Gucci shoes are very expensive, guys, just so you know. And I did have the Android Gucci app. I tried on a couple of them. Okay, I didn't purchase them. Okay, but I tried them on. It's not for me. Too rich for my blood. I'm not one to be out here rocking, Gucci shoes and doing all that. I like to, wear the normal stuff, normal price stuff. No Android, forget that. No money from me, Gucci. Talk to him nice, Joshua Drake. No Android. That's kind of how I felt, but I'm going to break down. I'm going to be honest. I got a couple Apple devices in here. I'll break down. I'll try them out. Why not? You already know your boy need to cup. Yo, Rainy. Rainy is something else, man. Yo, Rainy, we need to get you. We definitely going to talk later, man. You just, I don't think you're 11, man. I think all y'all be calling on here lying. Dead Specimen said he was 25 one time. Now he told me he's 16. I don't believe you, Dead Specimen. Kyle said he's 15, but he knows things like a 37-year-old man. I don't believe you, Kyle. PK, you was back there listening to Call My Phone by Little TJ, and we checked out your whole room. You over there freaking in the room. You ain't lying to me. You're older than what you say you is. I'm sorry, I had to get that off. He's 12. You know what? That's what Jay-Z was saying when he had his new rappers on back in the day. He was like, he's 12. He's 16. He's 15. It was a lie. Okay? It wasn't really that age. Yeah, that's it. Dead Specimen. You're 25 and you're going to deal with it. Next subject. I'm sorry, guys. All you guys. Love you guys to death there. But we're going to talk about the World Video Game Hall of Fame 2021 nominees. And I'm going to run through these pretty quickly, but the reason I want to talk about this is because I really never even known they had a World Video Game Hall of Fame anything. Okay? I would figure they would, but I wouldn't think it would be like a year-to-year type of thing. Like, hey, each year we got more choices for your, Hall of Fame, choices. And really, to be honest, I almost read this. I almost didn't care. Almost didn't care because I was looking at a lot of the games. I got kind of upset. Not gonna lie to you. Okay. Woo. Man, drink so good when it's cold. But, okay, fine. I'm 21 now because you said so. But when I get arrested for illegal usage of alcohol, it's on you. I'm not gonna say it. I never have seen your ID. I'm only going by the evidence you told me. I wish I could play back tapes. I'm not a dude to dig through tapes. But if I can dig back through the tapes, I'm telling you. But I think the World Video Game Hall of Fame 2021 nominees list that they shown was not that bad. We will talk about this list. We will talk about each game in it. I will see if some of you even know the game. I didn't know some of these games, so we need to go through them. I don't even know what the hell some of them were by looking at them in the picture. I felt bad, being one of the guys that's just, I love games since I was a gamer way back when I had my Atari. I've had Intellivision, ColecoVision, Sega Master System, TurboGrafx 16, Sega CD, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, Atari Lynx, TurboGrafx 16. Did I say that already? I don't even know. Game Gear, Game Boy Advance, Virtual Boy, Nintendo 64, PlayStation. But I can go on and on. I had them all because I'm a junkie. I can admit it, and I love it. All right, so let's go ahead and see if this fits my list. Because if I'm a junkie, every one of these games should be on the list, right? For me? Every single one. So let's go ahead and pop it on screen. Oh, I gave it the Batman sound with the graphic. Can I get a bomb? Now, let me see. Hold up. I got to go back to the chat. One thing I don't want to do is miss something. Okay, what happened to my chat? Okay, bam, there y'all go. I didn't lose, y'all. Okay, let me see. I didn't miss. Okay, I was just making sure. I seen Joshua Drake already had me, tripping for that. I just want to miss none. Okay. Are you perhaps an MMA junkie? Ooh, I like the pun. Okay, we're going to get back to it. That specimen, you smart ass. Okay, we got. No, I'm on 10 today. It's drink. It's a lot. But These are the 2021 nominees for the World Video Game Hall of Fame. So we got to throw some respect on the name of these games. Let's pull down to the list. Now, it does show something else here. I pull up a list of the games, but we can see them right here, okay? The Strong National Museum of Play has announced the 2021 finalists for the World Video Game Hall of Fame. These are the finalists. They have not been selected, okay? There are tons of familiar games among this year's selection. Let's go down the list, okay? 1, Animal Crossing. Now, I will say, based on how crazy Animal Crossing is today, wow. You know what I mean? It has taken storm. I'm not a fan of the series, but it has lasted a long time. It's proven a testament of time. Animal Crossing is the ish, as some people would say. For me, not so much. For me, I would take it off the list. I'll bump it off the list. What I would put on the list, I'm not sure. You guys put in the comments. What are some of the things you think of replace Animal Crossing if you're not with it? I'm just one that Animal Crossing would not have made that list, okay? Now, the next one, we just going to get to it because that's the bread and butter. And a matter of fact, we just going to pull it up on screen because I got to get this off my chest real quick. We're going to get back to the picture, okay? But it's show Call of Duty. Bye, oh my God. Thank you. Let me go ahead and talk. Excuse me. Hold up. Among Us, just so you know. But excuse me. Let me talk. Excuse me. Thank you. I just want to thank you, everybody, for picking Call of Duty as one of the finalists. You know why? Because Call of Duty, and you can go ahead and hate. I know I'm going to get the hate. We got the Call of Duty haters out there. I see you. The same people who love Medal of Honor when we killed y'all. You died. We didn't even see you come back till a whack remake. Okay, we killed you. And we got your Battlefield guys. Well, guess what, Battlefield guys? I don't want to run 60 minutes to kill somebody. Okay, Warzone is not like that, and I still got a big map. So I'm sorry. Okay, I just have a certain type of hate towards everything that ain't Call of Duty. And this was a great pick. I think picking this was smarter than anything. Call of Duty has paved the way for multiplayer first-person shooters to come. And you could go ahead and give me Halo. Halo, yes, Halo is classic. Halo deserves to be in that Hall of Fame. But Call of Duty took it to a whole new level. Call of Duty has Modern Warfare. Who remembers when Call of Duty Modern Warfare came out? Who? Oh my God. It took everybody and anybody, okay, was playing Call of Duty. It wasn't even no competition. It was Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So much so when Modern Warfare 2 dropped, it was such a big thing. And Team Executor, we're going to talk about later, but had a DVD firmware released, and everybody, do you know how many systems got banned around that? People who just wanted to have Modern Warfare 2, who didn't even care and was like, you know what, I'm playing this. You were going to get banned anyway, to tell you the truth. But nonetheless, they all got banned right after Modern Warfare 2 came out. The game Call of Duty has paved the way for many, and I mean many. Do you know how many games have tried to imitate Call of Duty? Do you know how many games? And yes, they are two different studios. I think it's Activision, Infinity Ward. Great. The way they work, handle one this year, the other one handles this one the next year. I love the way it works. Then you got one title, you got the Black Ops people, you got the Modern Warfare. It's a great mix. I love Call of Duty. I have always loved them. They will always be the best. And that was an automatic win. Whoever says no is a hater. Woo. All right, I got that off my chest. I think I got it off. Let me pull y'all back up on chat. Did I miss anything? I just want to see. Okay. So, let's see, just because it's so much, no Call of Duty in Hall of Fame. Yo, I'm going to be so mad. Halo is dead. Call of Duty is nizzle. Yeah, I'm trying to preach, but no lie, Call of Duty is definitely in there. Now, let's go back to the list, and we're going to go ahead and talk about the rest of them. So the next one is Farmville. Who played Farmville? I never played Farmville. Can we get some talk about this? Who played Farmville? What is Farmville? Is Farmville, all I remember about Farmville is that on Facebook, it was crazy. I think even my mom playing it. I remember my brother talking about, that was back when Mafia Wars and all that stuff was cool on Facebook. I hated that stuff. I'm not going to lie. I was a big hater of all that. I hated every type of Facebook game and all that. I was just like, why? So I couldn't stand on Mafia Wars. I couldn't stand Farmvilles or any of that crap. But is Farmville, did it start off as a Facebook game? What is Farmville? Because somebody help me out. Because I have no damn idea. And it's on the title for World Video Game Hall of Fame. You know how many damn games I can put on there? I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. I'm getting a little mad at Farmville. All my Farmville players out there, shout out to y'all. Y'all the real deal, man. Y'all was keeping the game alive. I guess somehow Farmville is represented. I need to give Farmville all these games. I got to put some respect on their name regardless. They were selected as the finalist. Now, if Call of Duty does not get the final winner's pick, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to have to write a letter. Now, you know when you write a letter, that's a real deal, okay? Because you can cuss somebody out. You can go to the barbershop and talk mess about people. You can stand in front of them and hold a picket sign. But when you put them thoughts to the pen and paper, that's when you're mad for real. So I'm writing a letter. It better not. But nonetheless, Farmville is the next title. Right after that, let's talk about FIFA International Soccer. I do agree. Soccer has transcended generations of consoles and PCs. So that's one I can't really argue. I'm a soccer player. I love playing soccer. Okay. And that's not in real life, guys. It's a video game. I should clarify that. I'm not a real life soccer player. Okay. But I do love playing soccer video games. And I've always loved them. There's never really been too much of a dull point in a soccer existence. So FIFA, that's because of you. A lot of that is because of you. Even though there was other titles, FIFA kind of held a lot of that down. So I'll give FIFA that. FIFA, understand. Guitar Hero, I don't even have to argue. I think that's flat out clear. Everybody should agree that Guitar Hero needs to be in this list. I didn't even play Guitar Hero. Yo, Guitar Hero was such a damn phenomenon that they built a damn DJ machine. Who the hell? My brother got it. Yo, Nate Mo, my bad, man, because I feel like I'm trashing you. But I'm not trashing you. But you bought the DJ set. Remember, that had nothing on Guitar Hero, man. And shout out Joshua Drake. Joshua Drake, man. If I could, you know what? I ain't going to do it. You see the TV back there, I might wind up breaking something. You know, but Joshua Drake, shout out to you, man. Appreciate the donation, man. Stop it, Joshua Drake. You got it. You know what, man? We're going to have a talk. We're going to have a special talk on the side. We're going to have man. All right, but nonetheless, Guitar Hero. Hold up. I got to give you a bomb. How did I not give you a bomb? I didn't give you a bomb. Can I give you another? Can I give you another? Oh, that's too long. My bad. I'm going to give you a third. Bombs. Shout out to Joshua Drake. But Guitar Hero was something else, man. It was something in itself. Guitar Hero was one of those things that multiple different pieces to the set. Everybody knew. I mean, South Park episodes, you name it. Guitar Hero had such an everlasting effect. They did have competition. I forgot the other guitar game name, but it became this whole thing of then competition, and people were wondering, were we going to get full bands inside of households at one point? Because it was really that much a phenomenon. But it did leave. It left like a lot of other ones. It's not big, but it was so big that you will probably find a Guitar Hero set used everywhere, on Craigslist, people homes, everywhere. People have them. If you don't think they have them, go in a couple of your friends' houses that play games. They will have a Guitar Hero set. And if you tell them play it, they probably will play it and kick your ass any day of the week. I guarantee you. Shout out to my brother, too. He has a Guitar Hero set. I've watched him and his friend play. They're going on these songs and they're going crazy. And I'm looking like, I don't see how. I couldn't learn. I would have to take time. But shout out to Guitar Hero. That is one that I do agree. Guitar Hero needs to be in there. Okay. Next one, Mattel Football. What the hell is Mattel Football, y'all? Help me out. Help me out. What the hell is Mattel Football? I've never once in my life played Mattel Football. I played John Elway's football on Nintendo. I remember playing Troy Aikman's quarterback football. I remember playing Joe Montana's sports talk football. I remember playing every damn sports game there. I remember playing Madden. Okay, Blitz. I mean, we can go on and on about the football games. I've never played Mattel Football. What the hell is Mattel Football? Who plays Mattel Football? That got to be something for ColecoVision. Because back in ColecoVision, I wasn't even knowing what the hell anything was going on. I was just, shooting a bullet going like a dot up and down. This is a great game. Hey, that was back then. Now, Mattel Foot. Oh, my God. What is this list? I already did knocked off. Call of Duty has to win. It has to win. What am I sitting up here ranting for? Call of Duty has to win. It's no choice. Like, literally, Animal Crossing, dead, okay? What do we got? We got Mattel Football dead. Not even need to talk. Farmville dead. Call of Duty wins it all, man. But okay, I might be judgmental. But Mattel Football, anybody know? It's a handheld. That game was hard. Okay, all right. Hey, Andrew Mitchell, let me know. Let me know. That's what I need. I need somebody to speak up for it. Put some respect on his name. Because I don't know it. It goes hard. Maybe that's my bad. Maybe there's a bunch of folks riding around on planes taking trips to, wherever beaches and all that. And they got Mattel Football. And I'm just a little guy. Don't even know what the hell's going on. Maybe. I don't know what's going on. But I've never played Mattel Football. But it is a handheld. I had handhelds. What handheld was it for? I'm actually cool. Okay, it's pretty solid. So everybody, you know what? Let's put some respect on Mattel Football. Glad y'all clarified that up. That's all I need. That's what I do. I come there, I'll be like, hey, anybody play Mattel Football? That's got to be some guy. And they be like, no, it's good. Okay, okay. I'll leave it alone then, because shoot, maybe it is good. I don't know. But next, Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now, let's pull it back up on screen. Microsoft Flight Simulator right here. Now, I never played this, but just looking at the cover, I could imagine that this at the time probably set a lot of standards for flight sims. I played things like Pilot Wings. Who remember Pilot Wings on Nintendo 64? Ace Combat, a very famous game that everybody should know the whole series. Ace Combat is a famous flight simulator game. I don't play the flight sims too much. Okay, so I don't know a lot about them. But Microsoft Flight Simulator is the only one in here that is flying, if I'm correct. Maybe Starcraft. But let's just say Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I'm going to give it that. It probably paved the way for a lot of other flight simulators after. Cannot hate on that. As much as I don't even play it and Call of Duty's better, I still can't call it. I can't say it off. So Microsoft Flight Simulator looks like Pilot Wings, though. Is it like Pilot Wings? Like playing Blast Corps? Yo, Blast Corps. Oh, God. Who remembers Blast Corps? Wow. Yo, some games were so fire back in the day, and they was just like, they're so gone. You never see them again. Blast Corps was fire. Oh, man, that game was so fire. But nonetheless, okay, we're going to go ahead and go on. I'm going off. But nonetheless, Blast Corps, definitely fire. Okay. So we're going to move on to pole position. Now, pole position. Where's pole position on here? Is this pole position? I think that's got to be it. That's got to be pole position right there. Okay. Well, I don't know. What the hell? We're just going to say it's pole position. So I'm thinking it's like F1 pole position, the old school game back in the Atari we were riding and all that. Maybe that set a standard. That set a standard for like Outrun and a couple other games that came after. But I'm going to be honest. Call of Duty's got an easy win. You know what I mean? I might be biased. I might just be a super sucker. Okay? Call of Duty got an easy win. It's not much of a competition. It's like number one, Call of Duty. Who else? You know what I mean? That's just me, though. Okay? So, pole position probably paved the way for some other racers to come. And I know Outrun was a big racer that I loved. My brothers were ones to appreciate it more because they were older at that time. I was younger. So, those racers I really didn't get to, a lot. I became more into racers around the Mario Kart era. Okay, so around when Mario Kart was dropping and became big, that's when I kind of got into a lot of racers. So let's just go ahead and put some respect on it. Let's say pole position, respect. You paved the way throughout the years. Continue to hold your thing, okay? Portal, not even going to argue. Portal needs to be on that list. Portal is competition for Call of Duty. Portal was a game that when I played, I only played because I heard someone explain it to me. That's when you know a game is fire. Okay, a game is good when somebody can explain it to you and you instantly want to go play it. I had someone explain it to me like this game is about portals and you place a portal here, you place a portal there, and the whole point is to fall through portals in a specific time to make. I said, I gotta play it. He ain't even finished talking. I said, I gotta play it. Let me get that. And I played Portal, was not disappointed. Portal definitely. If anything, Portal needs to just have its own section of the Hall of Fame, okay? That just sit over there. Portal, hey, there you go, Portal. You know what I'm saying? You could hold that down over there. And there's been many games that people have told me and done a lot of crazy different things, mechanics. But Portal was just one of those games where dropping through these different portals, it was only one other time I can think of where I was described something and I instantly had to play it. This is one of them. And the only other time was Battle Royale for PUBG. I had someone tell me about the Battle Royale experience for the first time. And I had to play PUBG because of it. And I never even played any Battle Royales, even heard of it. Wasn't big on that thing, but it was like, do you know it's 100 people jump out and you all are trying to kill each other? And I'm like, I got to play it. You know, so that was the only other thing. But other than that, those are the only two. So Portal gets its own spot. Shout out to Portal. You got it. Next is StarCraft. Not even going to argue that. StarCraft for years and years and years and years and years. People talking about when is StarCraft 2, when is StarCraft 3, when is StarCraft. StarCraft definitely holds its own. It needs to be on here. StarCraft is going to be one of the finalists too. I don't think that's much of a debate. I think StarCraft has to be in there. So to me, you know, we're going to go through the rest, but I'll go ahead and finalize my picks after this. But StarCraft, solid title. I remember playing versus battles against my brothers. StarCraft gets his own spot. Next, Tron, okay? Love Tron. I love it. I even love the movie. And I don't really like too many game to movie adaptations. Not big on that, okay? But I even love the movie. But I loved it for how it looks, okay? It was just gorgeous. But Tron is a game that I think, I can't say it, because there's a lot of older gamers out here. It's probably going to be like, hey, shut your mouth, boy. Don't you say nothing else. You better not talk about Tron. Okay, Tron was classic for its time. I'm an 80s baby, born in 83. So for me, Tron, it was what it was. It was a nice title, nice game. It's on the list. I'll give it its respect. Okay. And where in the road is Carmen Sandiego? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Which I think is a great game. Everybody has played. It's transcended many, many years. It's actually been in schools. It's been used as teaching lessons. I kind of agree. It has to be on the list because how one game has transcended through time and still can be held to make new experiences still today. Where in the world, Carmen Sandiego? I give you your respect. So if I had to pick my final titles, if I had to break down the finalists for me, damn, this is a tough one, man. Now that I'm thinking about it, I cut out a lot of them, but Call of Duty, number one. Okay, got to be number one. Then my number two would be Portal. I would make Portal my number two. I would then make StarCraft my number three. Guitar Hero my number four. And I would make FIFA my number five. And that would be my 5 finalists to go in there. And all you other suckers will be kicked to the curb. Call of Duty number one, baby. So let's move on. Enough of that. And I'm sorry. I'm going on. But there has been definitely a many spinoffs of Where in the World's Carmen Sandiego. There's been more spinoffs than I can count. I mean, sheesh. Now, and people are like, Team Executor interview. What the hell? Now, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to it. All right, and I'm gonna need everybody to tune in. I need some answers to that, but we're not gonna jump. Let's talk about Intel's GPU. Okay, yes, Intel GPU. I know people are thinking, Nick, what the hell are you talking about? Who cares about an Intel GPU? We got AMD that we trying to snag one of their GPUs and we can't get one because all the damn bots. Hell, I'm trying to get an NVIDIA 3000 series, period, Nick. You were lucky enough to snag your ass a 3060, but what about everybody else who's trying to get one? They can't get one because all the bots are snatching them up. Well, you know what? I think you guys might be in luck because on March 26th, Intel is going to make an announcement. Now, we don't know if this announcement is going to mean that they're releasing their graphics processing unit on the 26th. We don't know if it just means they're going to announce it. But I'm hearing a lot of details being announced around the GPU for Intel. And I think this is the best time to release a GPU. That's just my opinion. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up. I want to pull up the actual article. I need to get some facts on this. Okay, put some respect on Intel's name. I got stocks in Intel. Okay, I got stocks in Intel, so I love Intel to death. Hey, I got an i7 right now I'm representing. Okay, so let's go ahead and get on screen here. Intel teaser, and this is The Verge. You always shout out The Verge, man. Shout out The Verge. Intel teaser hints long-awaited XeHPG gaming GPUs may be revealed on March 26th. Okay, bam. Now, you see the XeHPG DG2 discrete gaming GPUs might be close to a reveal. The company has teased XE Scavenger Hunt for March 26th at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific time. The website has hit many binary sequence segment. Intel stuck in its GDC 2021 presentation that briefly teased the upcoming graphics card. So pretty much it goes on and on about details about the graphics card. All right, so the new era of innovation and technology leadership at Intel that's set to take place on March 23rd. If that's the case, then it's possible that the scavenger hunt could award fans more information on the upcoming GPUs. Now, the reason why I wanted to speak on this, and I know everybody's going to feel me on this, everybody. Who is out there right now looking for a GPU? There are so many of you. You don't even tell me. There is a lot of you out there right now looking for a GPU. And what is happening? You're now setting yourself up using all these other tools. It was a time where you used to get told something's going to get put up at a time and you can go there and just be there, have multiple devices and get it. But now you're dealing with bots. You know the one thing you can't do with bots? You can't communicate as good with bots, okay? Bots can communicate with other bots a lot better than you can. Believe it. All they have to do is be told what to do. So a lot of people think, and I'm glad some stores like Newegg, shout out to Newegg, man. Newegg is the only place that I know right now that's actually doing something hard to stop that. They have what they call a Newegg shuffle. So every time they release a certain amount of GPUs, they have a shuffle. And if your name's picked for the shuffle, you have up to 24 hours to purchase it, or it's picked for another person. Thank God, GPU. Drop a bomb for Newegg. Drop a bomb. Newegg, that's beautiful. I love the fact that Newegg does this. Do you know how many people are out there right now signed up for websites to tell them the immediate time something in stock comes in? And guess what happens? They're at work. They might be somewhere else. They at the computer. Hell, they got their phone right there, and they go, oh, they start typing in their phone, and as soon as they get to it, they got it in their cart. They go purchase. This item is no longer available. You know why? Because while you were waiting for a page to load, the bot already made its purchase. You can't beat a bot. The bot reads it. You have to display the image to a human being. You don't have to display an image to a bot. It knows what it wants to do on the page. It reads the source code of the page. So it's unfair advantage. So these bots are buying out all the stock. So bad that other people are resorting to what? Bots. So if you're looking for something to buy, what do? You join the game. You purchase a bot. This bot might cost $70, $75. You don't care because all you're trying to do is nab your item. So this bot works. You spend an extra $75, you get the item you need. That's where Intel comes in. I think if Intel comes out with a GPU right now at a time where people cannot snag any GPUs, all Intel has to do, they got one job. If Intel, I'm so glad I got stock in Intel. Intel, listen up right now, because this stock is going to go. If you could just listen to me right damn now. Please, Intel, announce this GPU, release the GPU, and make sure to keep stock. That is it. All you have to do is keep stock. This, I'm sure your GPU is not going to perform as good as the AMD GPU. It's not going to perform as good as the NVIDIA GPU. It's just not. It's not. I don't expect it to. But what I expect is a decent experience. I expect it to be close in performance and the price to be cheaper and for you to continue to have that in stock. You know what that's going to do? Miners like the most powerful GPUs. And your GPUs are not going to be that strong. So they're not going to be, some people say, oh, they're by. No. I can say, and people have talked about putting some locked on different GPUs to hopefully block out the crypto miners. And I think that's too much because we all know what me and you and everybody else do. We get online, we look for how to remove the encryption. Duh. Okay. You're not going to encrypt my own stuff that I paid for and say what I can do with it. I don't even crypto mine, but I feel like that's bogus. So don't do that. Okay. Even though everybody can get GPUs and you got people who can play games and people who cannot, I do not think that's fair. I don't think it's fair. It's just not. Okay. Let's keep it flat. It's just not. You need to make sure and just think about the companies. Imagine if I'm damn AMD and I got a line of GPUs, and now I got to figure out how to put some update or some software on there to stop people from buying, all the bots from buying them up so they can crypto mine. No, you know what I'm saying? That's too much. Intel, all you have to do, keep them in stock. I promise you, your GPU don't even have to be nowhere near as good. Just keep it in stock. Because the one problem that everybody's dealing with, do you know how many people are building PCs right now? Do you know how many people are building PCs? A lot of these people are being stopped right at the point where they're getting their GPU. You know why? Because they want a specific one for their build and they cannot find it. So they always settle for another, and now they're waiting. They're waiting for their GPU. Well, Intel, you can release something that could be new, and it could be entry level, and it can be great, and all you have to do is keep it in stock. That's it. It's an easy win for Intel. Intel could take over. My stock could go to the moon. So Intel, please listen to me. Please keep your GPUs in stock. And you better announce on March 26th. You better not have me on here talking all this sweating. I'm sweating. Okay, I'm going to take a sip just for that. But I'm not going to be on here until March, well, you know what I mean. March 26th, you better make the damn announcement right. Okay, I'm moving on. Whew, that cooled me off pretty good. Now, let me go to some. I like to read the comments. I always like to go through. I'm still rocking my Founders Edition GTX 1080. Shout out to Joe. Yo, my man Joe, I'm still rocking my 1050 Ti super clocked. Okay, I got the 3060, but it's only going in my new build. I'm not going to do this one like that. No, it's going in the new build. Okay. I got a 6 gigabyte 1060 in my laptop. 1060, nice. Yo, and they still, let me state this. The 1000 series is still running good. The 2000 series is still running good. It's just the fact that the 3000 series is the newest thing. And when you build a PC, you typically want to try to get certain parts to be the top of the line parts. Some parts you can cheap out on. GPU ain't one of them. Okay, so that's all no. But I see that. I'm thinking I can make the 3080 pay for itself in like 7 months. That's what a lot of people, and I'm glad you pointed that out, Andrea, because that's exactly what all the crypto miners are doing. Hell, you wondering how the crypto miners they got 20 3080s. You know why they have 20 3080s? Because they not only just buy the stock at Best Buy, Office Depot, Newegg, and all these other places, they also buy the stock that's on Amazon overpriced. They also buy the stock on eBay that's overpriced. They buy even the overpriced stuff. You know why? Because their goal is a long-term goal. They know how much they're going to make per month, and over time, that device pays for itself. I can't blame them. That's a smart model, and we won't see graphics cards for a while be available because of it. Intel, you can change that. You can now have people like my son who's building his PC, and it's like, Dad, what graphics card I'm going to get? And I'm like, oh, gosh, I know I'm going to have to give him my 1050. But I'm trying to just get him in the game right. Intel, you could get him in the game right. So please do that. March 26th, announce your damn GPU and stop playing with us. I'm done with that. Okay, so on and on. Let's go ahead and talk about worst modding experience. And you know what? I can't even believe. Just thinking of it made me sad, man. It just made me so sad. And I want to talk about this worst modding experience because being a channel that deals a lot with modding, okay, and modding a lot of Nintendo Switch stuff, modding, Xbox and all these other systems. I think I got Wii U on there. I think I even got Wii on my channel. I just did a bunch of stuff. Now doing mostly Nintendo Switch. Been speaking with Joe, my man Joe. Shout out to Joe with all the PS4 modding help. Joe is holding it down with PS4. Joe, we got to get some video. You know what, Joe? Talk to me. We got to put the videos on the channel, man. Work with me. We gonna talk. I'm gonna talk to you. You ain't got where I'm gonna talk to you. Okay. But I'm gonna get my PS4. Okay, we're gonna bring those videos to you too. We need to get some PS4 mod videos. But nonetheless, I wanted to bring this up because there's a lot of people out here who actually helped people mod systems or have modded, which means charged other people to mod their systems. And I think it's only right that I announce one of my worst experiences that I've had when modding a system. And I'm also going to tell about my worst experience with a customer. Yes, with a customer. And I say a customer because, this guy was just paying for a service as normal. At the end, I want to just call him an asshole. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say a customer. All right? So, I want to start with I love the graphics too. It fits Xbox. I love Microsoft. Microsoft, shout out to you. Let me give you a bomb. One bomb from Microsoft, just because. Okay, so anywho, I want to tell you my worst modding experience, guys, and please don't laugh at me. I was made a terrible mistake. And I want you guys to know, for all those who mod systems, or even if you're just out there, you mod your own systems, but you made that terrible mistake where you just want to slap yourself, where like your whole stomach just sinks and your body temperature just lowers and your color, your skin changes, and you just know you did the stupidest, dumbest, damnest thing that you could have done without even thinking or trying. We've all done it. Don't feel bad. Nobody's perfect. That's why a lot of these things, they have the terminology, use at your own risk, for a reason. Okay? Use at your own risk, which means you're going to be modifying something. If you're not careful in the selections that you make, you could possibly damage your system. We all know that in modding. I think everybody knows the moment they choose to mod a system, that is the choice that they have. But you have people out here who still get mad if they get banned. Okay? You got people who still out here who get mad saying I can't get online. You got people, but to me, when you signed up for it, okay, that it's possible that something might happen to change the way your system is normally, okay? So for me, I want to just say, my voice went, hold up. Mine is opening up. Oh, my goodness. Andrew, I just got to shout that out for you. Mine is opening up my 360 drive and finding out it needed the Russian kamikaze hack. And then TX selling out of drives to boards and not getting them back in stock. Oh, my goodness. Do you know I remember the kamikaze hack? And that's not even my worst one. I actually remember my first kamikaze. And if those who don't know what the kamikaze hack is, especially those listening to the podcast, I want to tell you about this because you guys are not going to believe what the hell a kamikaze hack is. If you know, then you know. If you don't, let me explain. So pretty much the Xbox 360 DVD drive has a firmware, and it's an official firmware. So this official firmware doesn't allow you to play games that if you were to make a backup of your game, you couldn't play it because there's official firmware on it where you had to unlock your drive to be able to write a custom firmware to your DVD drive. Okay. So Microsoft got smart and they created a way to kind of lock these drives. And these newer drives, I believe that was a light-on drive. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's a light-on drive where you had to do this kamikaze hack to unlock it. It was the only thing known at that time. Now, the kamikaze hack, just to let you know, it's a little bitty chip. Just think of a chip on a motherboard. And you pretty much had to drill a little tiny hole in this little chip. And it had to be so perfect, like depth, width, everything. It had to be perfect. And what would happen is it would actually damage one of the wires in the chip or the circuitry in the chip to break the connection and unlock it. Okay? Very technical. I'm talking about people who claim they do the best modding ever have screwed it up. And I remember my first one. That's not even my main one, but let's just talk about it. My first one I did, and guess what happened? Worked perfectly. It worked perfectly. I went in there. I had it hooked up. It said drive unlocked. And as soon as it said drive unlocked, you know what I did? I flashed the firmware, locked the drive. Didn't even have to worry about it. Didn't have to change nothing with my drive or anything. The board still worked. The second one, I busted the damn drive up and it didn't work. And I said, I'm never doing the kamikaze again. You see how the kamikaze work? You see why it's called a kamikaze? Because you're killing the drive. It's suicide. Okay, that's why it's called a kamikaze hack. It's suicide. You need to get another board. I actually had one where the board still worked. I don't know how. I was able to lock and unlock. I didn't need an extra board. I don't know. So, something could change with it. This kamikaze hack was very dangerous. But let me tell you about my worst modding experience ever. And again, don't laugh. So I was modding the Xbox 360. I believe I was doing a reset glitch hack. Okay. So this is my Xbox. I always do reset glitch hacks on my Xbox 360s. I loved it. That was the best one. It was like, hey, you get the best of your system. You can customize it, loads a certain way. I had custom, boot animations where it would come up. It would show my family, so people coming over, they're like, what the hell system is that? And I'm like, it's an Xbox 360. They're like, you lying. No, I'm like, look. And I flash through all these Xbox games, Xbox Live Arcade, everything. Great system. So I'm doing one. all of a sudden, I'm just there, la 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 la. So you guys know, and for those who do soldering, have you ever done a solder job and you kind of like, well, that one looks okay, but I could go over it again. But you say, nah, I ain't gonna worry about it. I'm gonna just try it. So that was one of those. I just went ahead and tried it. Okay? Hooked it up. Next thing you know, what do you think happened? Okay, didn't work. Of course. You should have went back to the damn soldering point, Nick. But no, you didn't. You didn't go back to the soldering point. And what happened? Yes, it didn't work. So I go through unplugging the audio video cables. And yes, at this time, I wasn't using HDMI. I was using audio video cables. One of the cables fell into the Xbox while it was plugged in, and I seen fireworks show pop up really quick. Like, it's like I watched the soul of my Xbox 360 leave. No lie, it said, poof. And all I see was a bunch of fire. I said, oh, and all I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, fuck, damn. And if YouTube, if you're taking this away for all those fucks, then I don't care, because that's how I felt. Okay, damn it, oh, damn it. And you say that a bunch of times because you can't believe how there's one little mistake. You were fine. You could just go back and fix it. So what do you think happens? You see that? I unplug it and everything. I say, you know what? Let me cut it back on and see if it works. What do you think happened? I cut it back on, and of course, red ring of death. Red ring. Okay? So it was my worst ever because at this time, it's the only 360 I had. It's red. Yes, definitely. It was the only 360 I had. I lost it all because of my pure ignorance. So you know what I did? And this is kind of sad. I actually sent that Xbox back to Microsoft. Yes, Nick, the one who opened up the Xbox, broke it on his damn own, called the company who made it and said, and they went ahead and replaced it. Now, they replaced it. I got a new Xbox and a month of Xbox Game Pass. Okay, so tell me, Microsoft, why did you do it? Now, reminder, I did that and I got away with it, and I tried it like 4 other times, and I probably got away with it 2 of the other times. 2 of the times they sent it back with arrows like, what the hell are you doing? One of the times I left the custom firmware on the drive, and they even knew that. Okay, so trust me, they were on it. Okay, they had their whole center that went through every single test to test everything. And yep, I had a custom firmware on there, and they sent it back for that reason, and I found out. So nonetheless, I had a customer. This is my worst game experience. I'm gonna get over that because I really got to talk about this Team Execute interview. I can't wait. But I had a customer, and my wife was here. And you guys who have customers, you guys are going to relate to this, because when you have a customer, and a customer, it can be anyone. It doesn't mean you have a business. It just means someone that's you're charging for a service, okay, or someone who says, I will pay you for a specific service. And what you do is you do that service. You get paid. Very simple. Well, this one was a guy wanted a JTAG. Long time ago, he wanted a JTAG on the Xbox 360. I'm doing JTAGs, okay? Soldering skills now, I'm sweating on Nintendo Switch because the parts are they're so small. But back then, I was still kind of new to soldering, right? That wasn't even an issue, because at that time, I'd done like 4. I'd done like 4 Xbox 360. So guy brings it to me. He says, hey, I want you to do a JTAG on my Xbox 360. I say, cool, I got you, no problem. Bam. I said, don't pay me yet. I'm always one, don't pay me. I want to get a finished product. And you can come back here. I'm going to show you how it works. And then you can pay me. That's how I did it. So that way, they respected it. They felt more comfortable with leaving their systems, because now you know where I live. I'm showing you my place, which I never do again, by the way. But I'm showing you where I live. Okay, you're coming into my home. You're chilling and everything, and we working it out. So lo and behold, I tried everything to read the damn NAND on this Xbox 360, y'all. I tried everything. I did everything. No matter what, the connection was perfect. My multimeter read all the connections perfectly. But somehow, some reason, it was just not reading in I want to say it was a NAND X. Okay, wasn't reading in a NAND X tool. Damn it. Oh, gosh. So what do? You got to break the news to the customer, right? And this is the point where I want you people to know, if you're paying for a service from someone, I want you to feel the other side of it. So I'm like, man, I got to call this guy and tell him I can't do it. Now, it's not like his system's not broke. System works perfectly fine, right? I just can't read the NAND. So I'm not even going to move further. I'm the type that if I can't read the NAND, it's no point. You know what I mean? It's like, where are we going? Where are we going with this? I need that. I need a CPU key. Okay, I need all that. But nonetheless, the NAND was good. Let me know, Dead Special. NAND was good. Matter of fact, I had like 2 NAND. I had a JR programmer. I had the whole 9 back then. I had a couple different tools. You know how it is. You dig in a box and you pull out the tool and you try another one. You try different wires. You got different ones. I went through the whole 9, man. The whole 9. Wasn't reading. I figured the damn shit needed a reball. You know what I mean? And at the time, I wasn't dealing with, I didn't know anything about reballs at the time. Reballs. That sounds so funny when I say it. But nonetheless, so I called the guys. Hello. Hey, man, guess what? Yeah, I'm going to let you know, man. I couldn't do the system, man. My bad. But, hey, just because I took up your time, man, I'm going to do you this favor. I went ahead and flashed your DVD firmware to custom firmware, and I threw in some extra games for you, man. You know what I'm saying? One love. Holla. Bow! Tell me that ain't what's up. You come through for a JTAG. He couldn't do it, but you know what? He did the next best thing he'd do. He at least flashed my DVD firmware, and he's good to go. Now, I know you're wondering, how did you get the DVD firmware, Nick? Well, I also have all the light on tools and all the DVD drive tools, so I was fine with modding the DVD drive. Okay, I didn't need that. All right, but nonetheless, modded DVD drive, gave him a couple games. Guy comes by, he says, hey, thanks, man. He's like, you were able to do it? So I'm looking at him. I'm like, hold on. Did he just say I was able to do it? I just spoke to him on the phone and told him I couldn't. Right? So I look at him and I'm like, this is dead serious. True story. God struck me down. I look at him. I said, I'm going to let you know I was unable to do it because for some reason your system would not let me read the information from it. So I said, that's why I'm not going to charge you anything. And I don't want you to pay me anything. I just want you to take the system back. It works. It's DVD drive, it's flash, and you also have a couple games to go just for the time of me taking up 24 hours of your system. Bow! Right? He says, man, thanks, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, dag, I wish you could have got it. Yeah, okay. So, bam. Goes home. I go in the house, So I'm going to say about 30 minutes later, you come back in. My phone rings. The guy's calling me. Right? So I answer the phone. Hello? He's like, hey, what's up, man? Yeah, I don't see the JTAG stuff on here. And I'm thinking in my head, like, yo, is this man really off or something? Like, I just told him. Twice. That's 2 times. So I then explained to him on the phone again. I said, yeah, man, I'm going to let you know that I couldn't flash your system. That's what I told you when I seen you. Or I couldn't JTAG your system because I couldn't read the NAND information. So the JTAGs, you're not going to have any modded lobbies or anything for Call of Duty. You're not going to have anything, okay, because I was unable to do the system. So I just flashed the DVD firmware, and that's why I didn't charge you anything. And he was like, well, why would you tell me it's on there? Y'all, do you know I went back and forth with this man for like 30 minutes? For like 30 minutes, man. I told him a bunch of times I couldn't do it. Your system was in great condition. It still worked. If anything, I gave you a plus because I flashed the DVD firmware and hooked you up. So now you got 2 extra games with it. I hooked you up. You was good. Still had a problem with that because the JTAG wasn't on there. But you know what makes it worse? He didn't pay me. He didn't even pay me. How are you mad for something and you didn't even pay? Okay, so that was one of those points at that, where you start thinking, should I ever do this? You know what I mean? I feel for Walmart. I so understand how Amazon feels handling their returns. Oh, gosh. So, thank you. And I understand that's it's a scenario that everybody who mods systems has dealt with. It's something that you reiterate to people and they hear what they want to hear. So I just wanted to go ahead and go over that experience. But nonetheless, we got to go. We got a good show. We got to go to it. I got to get to the next subject, and we close to the time I got to take calls too. Okay. So, hold on. Hold on. Just make sure I ain't have Skype ready. I just want to have Skype up. That's why I'm not seeing if anybody's calling. Hold on. I might have Skype open. No, I don't. I don't have Skype open. Let me get Skype up. I want to be ready for when you guys call in. Okay. Let me do that. All right. Bam. There we go. All right. Skype's opening up. Come on, Skype, open up. There you go. Okay, there we go. So, now you can go ahead and call. Oh, no, we'll take care of it later. But anyways, so now, we're going to go ahead and talk about Team Executor Interview. Bow. Yeah. We need to talk about it, man. We got to talk about it. Now, I want you guys to know that last podcast, a lot of you tuned in. A lot of you were here. It's a lot of people all the time. Come by. Stop by. They watch it too. If you can't catch it, watch it later. Understand? So come by and say, hey, always team executor this, atmosphere that. So one thing I said is, I want to be able to have a team executor exclusive interview. Why not? Nobody else has an exclusive team executor interview. And I mean exclusive. So I want to give you some more in depth on what I mean. This is not a bring a team executor member on here and ask some questions about when we're getting the next firmware. Okay. Because that's a question everybody has already asked a million times. But we don't have a team executor story from their side. You know what I mean? We really don't. We have the government website, which articles about the team executor members that were arrested. Yes, that is factual information. It is out there. Multiple people know about it. They have been arrested and who knows where they are. Okay. But a lot of people want to know, what are you doing now, team executor? Where are team members? Has it changed? Is one person making a code? Is there someone else? There's a lot of different questions that people have directly to team executor. That's where I want to come in and ask. Okay, I want to know more about team executor, the team. Let them tell their side of the story. What happened? Do you guys feel like they were justly arrested? Was there a fight in the case? Was it something that you guys don't want to address? Do you want to, guys, do you guys want to let us know something? I want to be able to give team executor actually a forum to talk. Because a lot of times it's always a judgmental type thing. It's always a come at them. Even from the beginning. I mean, the beginning of Nintendo Switch, we all know how it was. It was atmosphere, team executor. Team executor came out first. People saying the stolen code. That was the big thing. We all know about that. We heard about it. It was over and over again. It just same old, same old. Now for me, it didn't matter to me because I bought into team executor for the simple fact I wanted to tool to modify the Nintendo Switch. I wind up using atmosphere later. So it didn't stop me from using atmosphere because I bought in a team executor earlier, because I spent money with team executor. I don't think it stopped anything from atmosphere. I don't think it stopped the users in the atmosphere base. I don't think it did anything. But there's this constant bad look on team executor because they've done this, they've done that. And maybe there's something I'm going to pass. There's also been people talking about, team executor admins and the way the websites ran. And they get a lot of different slack. So what I want from you guys is questions. I got a few questions to ask team executor, but I want you guys to go ahead and let me know questions to ask team executor directly. Now I will tell you, I have a contact. I have a couple contacts. You guys know some of the members just like I know them. Okay. But I went ahead and messaged them and they agreed that they want to see questions first. And it's possible we could talk and possibly do an interview. And I would love to do that interview. We would announce a certain day. I would let everybody know what day that would be, what time that would work out for them. We would go live and I will do that interview with team executor. We will get to hear their side of the story. It will be the one point where everybody, if you have any questions about team executor or anything they're doing or what's going on with them, or are they dead? Are they alive? Or anything going on, we can be able to kill all that noise on one interview. In that interview, we can get their side of it. We can hear everything about their side. Because let's think about it. Those members got arrested. We never heard their side. I never heard from Max Lauren. I guarantee Max probably somewhere, living it up. I said, what? But nonetheless, we never heard about any of it. Gary Bowser, where are you? What's going on with Gary? Is there something people can do to help? There's a lot of questions that go on. Okay. And there's some people who don't care about team executor just because of the dislike, but they still want to hear team executor side. They want to hear it. They want to know why. So that's what I want to do with the interview. And I would say they agreed. It was pretty much like, yes, we can do it. We would like to see the list of questions first. So what I want to do is present to them a list of questions. Now, I don't want you guys to think this is going to be some interview with just, a bunch of questions that they get to flat out, I'm not trying to drill them, but even questions that they may not want to answer, I would like to even present to them as questions that I would like to ask. because I do want the full story, and I know they want to have their sides out. You know, it's only so much you could say in a Discord channel. It's only so much you could say on a webpage. You know, it's right now, NickMoses05, MoFam, strong following, strong channel, 20. We almost said we're going to be at 26. Okay, 100 subscribers soon. We're steady growing. Why not get it here right now when everybody's talking about your Team Executor was on a government website, man. They made it national news. Okay, because there's members. I mean, Team Executors all over, right? This is a big deal. So I want that interview. I want to do that interview. If you have any questions, you can put those questions here in the comments. You can write me directly on my Facebook. Any question that you would want to ask a Team Executor member directly, please let me know. I have a list of questions, but I would love to have as many questions as I can have so I can be able to narrow down the best of the best questions, and I can be able to present it to them. We can get this interview going so we can have a NickMoses05 gaming exclusive Team Executor live interview. We could, you know, like I said, it's going to be already scheduled. So I'm going to say, hey, if it's going to be on a Wednesday, I'm going to let people know way ahead of time on Wednesday because I want everybody to be prepared, set their calendars and everything to be there for Team Executor to address a lot of the issues and the smoke they've been dealing with. Okay? So please, all you comment, I'm glad to support the innovators, not the imitators. Andrew, bitch, that was nice. Do you think the reputation of being shady is overall justified, even though you guys are legally right? And do you believe Gary will win this case personally? See, Dead Specimen, you know what, Dead Specimen? That's why I said I need all the questions. I'm going to ask every single one, okay? Because I don't care about asking those questions, me, myself. But I want to also be fair to give them their side of it because, let's be honest, it's been a Team Executor bash fest, okay, all over every article. I haven't seen an article posted anywhere that says Team Executor is great. That's unimaginable. Okay, so we at least give them the right to say their side of the story and let us hear it. I think that's only right. Okay, so now let's get to it. Next, would DLC demos help sales? Okay, now the reason I say would DLC demos help sales, first of all, I want y'all to know I ain't never talking about what normal people talk. We got a lot of news and stuff, but I don't like to talk about what everybody else talk about. That's what makes this podcast special. Talking about stuff that's relevant to today and bringing it back to how it was back then. We need a overall concept of why things are the way they are. That's what I like to do. So one thing I said is, would DLC demos help sales? Now, the first thing is, Nick, what the hell? DLC demos? What the hell are you talking about? But the reason I mention that is because demos is something that I think of very differently than other people. For instance, when I told someone this, they said, how the hell would you do a DLC demo? And I said, simple. Just give someone the DLC and let them play it for an hour. There you go. They got a demo of the DLC. Or, you know, maybe gaming magazines could have discs again that have demos of specific DLC or special things that you can now use that could bring life to CDs again. Or maybe, you know, whatever it is. Maybe it's just a digital code, a QR code, however you want to do it. But demos were something that were major. I'm talking about now. I know a lot of people that's younger, okay? And this is younger guys. They ain't feeling me on these demos. They like kick a demo to the curb because they're born from a branch that has free-to-play games being better than games that you had to pay for. That's not where I'm from. I'm from where you couldn't buy the game, so you played the demo till it damn near broke. So you played the demo. You walked every crevice of the demo. I remember Diablo on the PC had a demo where they only let you go on the first dungeon. But guess what they didn't do? They didn't cut off your level caps. They didn't cut off things you can upgrade. So you had damn near a full game. You just only was on the first map. So what do you think I did? Hell, who knows what level I was in Diablo? Because I was able to play the first level over and over and over and over again. That's the difference with demos from then to now. When you got a disc from your gaming magazine, you put that in and you were able to experience things that now you can experience at the drop of a dime. But one thing you can't experience at the drop of a dime is DLC. You can't experience DLC at the drop of a dime because you need the game in order to try the DLC. And if you got the game, the DLC is an add-on that you're probably going to have to pay for. And they figure since you have the game, you probably know enough about the DLC enough if you want it or not. That's arguable. But for me, what if DLC, and I'm going to give you a great example, fighting games. Fighting games we have seen where they have been released with characters that could have been in the original release of the title, but they were withheld for whatever reason. And then what happens? They come out later as DLC. Now, one thing I hate about fighting games is fighting characters in DLC. One of my favorite games of fighting today, Mortal Kombat 11, I hate because of the DLC characters. To me, you need to be able to really get a full grasp and try on a character before you know if it's worth your purchase or not. It's a purchase of a character. Now, it's different if they say, purchase this fighter season pass and you get all fighters. That's a different story, okay? Because now you guys might release fighters that you never planned to anticipate to release that you had time to work on now. That's different. But paying per fighter, hey, we're releasing 2 new fighters, Smash Brothers. Hey, we're releasing these fighters. We're releasing these guys. Do you guys want to pay for these? Do you guys want to pay? To me, it's a way to nickel and dime people on a game that you could have added those characters already. Left 4 Dead 2 was victim of that. I remember Left 4 Dead 2 looking like the first Left 4 Dead. And a lot of people were saying that these maps were actually set to be released on Left 4 Dead, but they were withheld for a second version. So I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Demos is a thing that meant a lot to me, that meant so much to me. It meant the difference of buying the game or not. It really did. I mean, there was times where I got a demo and I said, I would never buy this game. Panzer Dragon was one of them. Panzer Dragoon, let me say, excuse me. I remember seeing it and saying that game looks trash. And I got a demo and I was able to try it. And I go back on that. Space Harrier was another one. Okay, so these games that you get to try, these different demos, okay, you get to try them. It's not the same now. Now it's like, hey, either you're going to buy the title or it's free to play and you got to pay to download these characters or you got to pay to do that. So why not give me the damn DLC as a downloadable, huh? Give me the DLC for an hour. Let me get the DLC for an hour. Call of Duty, another infamous one. Hey, you want to buy these maps? You come out with 4 different packs a year, right? Okay. Let's say I don't want to spend $20 or $30 on each pack. So I say I only want to get the best pack. How do I know? Just by watching the damn video. I don't know how I perform. Okay. I don't know which map I would be best at. But if you allow people to demo DLC, that would be a possibility. You could then say, okay, well, any DLC we offer, you can be able to demo for 1 hour. Okay, so then you can try these maps. You can play. You can learn. And after the 1 hour, it says, hey, your DLC is up. I'm sorry. You can no longer do that. Okay, so I think DLC demos, and that was one of the things. Do you think that would help sell games? That is the overall purpose of it, though. Would DLC or demoing the DLC help you buy it? So if someone played, and I think it would. So for instance, if I buy the DLC for a Call of Duty pack, right? And now I'm playing these new maps, which by the way, I buy every single pack for Call of Duty, but nonetheless, I'm sitting here, I'm playing these different maps. I realize how great I am at these maps. I'm in the middle of a game and it cuts me off and says, doop, your hour's up. You know what I'm going to say? Man, I just met a couple buddies on these new maps. I got a couple, hey, I'm locking in. I'm about to buy it. I'm just going to spend my money. I think it would sell it. Characters, you could try a character. Let's say you pick a character, right? Hey, I want to see if I want to buy this character. You demo the character. You whoop everybody ass you playing with online. Oh, yes, I'm buying the character. I think demoing DLC would help. Is that something that's been done in games already? Am I missing something? Okay, am I missing something? I never seen DLC be demoed. I have seen demos on Xbox and PlayStation where you can demo games for like an hour and you can play them. But playing the game is one thing. DLC is another. DLC to me is the real commitment, not the game. People don't mind trying a game, but when people buy the DLC, it's a commitment that I love the current game I got and I'm willing to pay more. That's a damn big commitment. If anything, they need to be demoing DLC more than the game, in my mind. But nonetheless, that's just me. So anyway, I'm gonna get off because I gotta take calls. I gotta get to everybody. I love to talk to you guys. Oh, I put it on the screen. Look at that. I got you guys on screen. I'm just throwing stuff. Okay. So anyways, Sony, part owner of Evo. Sony is part owner of Evo. What the hell does that mean? I know some of you like, what does that mean? Or what is Evo? And let me go ahead and break it down for you guys. For those who do not know, I'm just going to let you know that Evo is, yes, the prestigious fighting game tournament, the biggest fighting game tournament, I want to say, around. Okay, so for those who like the Street Fighter tournaments or Guilty Gear or any of these fighting tournaments, Evo is a big competition. Well, now guess what? Sony is now part owner of Evo. That hurt. That hurt. I don't know if I can take this. Microsoft, your stock was going down too. No lie. Remember when I told y'all about the Microsoft stock is lower than it was when I first got it? It ain't making no money, y'all. It's losing. But I got other stocks that's doing good. And Microsoft, I know they're going to bounce back. I ain't worried about that. But anyways, so I'm going to pull this up on screen. Let me pull it up on screen for you guys. I got to get you guys to see this. Let me see this. Sony is now part owner of Evo, the most prestigious fighting game tournament. Sony and RTS, a new venture from Endeavor's esports business, have acquired the prestigious Evo fighting game tournament through a joint venture esports partnership. The terms of acquisition were not disclosed due to contractual commitments. Fighting games have been a vital part of PlayStation's legacy and our community since the very beginning, and we've been thrilled to partner with Evo over the years. Stephen Roberts, VP. Do you see that? Didn't they share a message to the community about, Evo? But some of the games, let's get to it. Some of the games, here you see Guilty Gear Strive, Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, Street Fighter, Tekken 7. Just, on and on. They got a lot of different fighting games. They're pretty much known for fighting games. It hurt me. It hurt me bad, y'all. I'm going to tell you why it hurt me. Now, from what I heard, they're still planning to do, console-based tournaments, and Xbox will still be one, Nintendo Switch, all that, Smash tournaments, all that still goes on. But knowing that Sony has a stake in it now, which I think we're going to start seeing a lot more Sony fighting games being released and hosted at these tournaments. I think we're going to see developers of fighting games cater their games to Sony. Why not? Now, if I'm developing a Tekken 8, why wouldn't I say, Sony says, hey, we want exclusive rights to put it on our system for a month early. Why would I tell Sony no? Sony's part owner of Evo. Sony's going to have this in Evo before you know it. Now, if your game's that good, if your game stands it, then you could tell Sony kick rocks and it don't matter. They're going to have a tournament for you. If not, you're going to start your own. But if your game's one of those fighting games where you could possibly have, it's a big following, you can start a tournament with it, Sony might be the system to go to, man. That's hurtful for Microsoft. It's like Bethesda, you knocked it out the park, Microsoft. You had Bethesda, you put the titles out on Xbox Game Pass. It was wonderful. I got the titles downloaded, which, by the way, I got to play some of those titles. But got the nice titles downloaded. They beautiful. And then Sony hit us with this. I said, damn, Sony, that was a nice move, Sony. That was smart. I got to give Sony props. Now, this is not like they're killing all the systems. I just want to make sure I state that. They're not killing all the systems. We will be fine. But overall, the saddest part about this is that Microsoft might not see some of these fighting games as early as Sony. Yeah, they might not see them without determining on how it is. You know how Street Fighter was and other games. And Sony has been a staple for fighting games for a very long time. I do remember playing many fighting games on PlayStation back from, my Mortal Kombats to the X-Men's versus Street Fighters to, many of them. But Sega was too. I remember Fighting Vipers. Who remembers that? Virtual Fighter. Nintendo had Nintendo wasn't really, too big or too many fights. But nonetheless, Sony has been in it, so I'm going to put some respect on Sony's name. As much as I trash you, Sony, because you're a direct competitor of me, and you're probably the reason why the Microsoft stock has went down. But Sony, I'm going to mess with you right now. I'm going to hang with you and say, you cool with me. You cool with me. Okay, let's move on, because like I said, I got to take calls. And you know what? The Skype wasn't, it was messing up. Let me see. I think I chose the wrong Skype. I got a Skype for business. I got so many Skypes, man. How the hell I got like 4 Skypes? What the hell am I doing? Anyway, should I open the right one? Open the right one. That's what it is. And I seen Dead Specimen send me that. There you go, my man. Okay, I'm good. I'm on. So, last but not least, Disco Elysium Australian woes. And I'm going to be really quick because, I don't too much talk about things in, other countries a lot unless it really affects, me. But I will say that this one for Australian people, I feel for you. And I just feel for you because it doesn't make any sense, man. Everybody else gets to enjoy it. Why don't the good people in Australia get to enjoy this? So let's go ahead and go to it real quick. Let's pull it up on screen. Australian Classification Board. Disco Elysium, the final cut is too offensive to go on sale. An update on the Australian classification website states that the game was refused classification because it depicts, expresses, or otherwise deals with matters of sex, drug misuse or addiction, crime, cruelty, violence, or revolting or aberrant phenomena in such a way that they offend against the standards of morality, decency, and propriety generally accepted by reasonable adults to the extent that they should not be classified. Damn, that was a mouthful. Holy hell. I need a drink after that. Damn. Classify for the decency and the propriety that generally are reasonable. They didn't even have to say all that. They ain't even have to say all that. We understand you don't want them to get it. Okay, you don't want to get it. This means that unless developer ZAUM, which as yet has not publicly responded to the decision, censors or cuts the content committee deems problematic, the game is unable to be legally sold in Australia. Damn, Disco Elysium, the final cut, March 30th is going to hit. And it's so sad because now you're not going to be able to enjoy it in Australia. So shout out all my Australians. I feel for y'all, man. It's like, you can't win. You know what I mean? It's a pandemic. They talking about the game, dealing with all the sex and drugs. And we ain't trying to hear that, man. We ain't trying to hear that. Especially with everything else that's going on. I'm not going to talk about what you can just get on the internet and see. Okay, you can simply get on the internet and see, and I don't believe video games make anything. Get it? Video games don't make people go, "Oh, I'm gonna go outside and shoot up." No, it don't. Because if they was gonna do it, they just using the video game as an excuse. They was gonna do it before anyway. I have many people. My nephew. I remember my nephew being 4 years old. I think I've said this before. Playing Halo. I was right next to him with my brother, who is his dad, okay, my nephew, and he looked down, and you know how first-person shooter is, so he looked down like that, and he shot a monster with a shotgun and busted open, and he says, "What the fuck is that?" And, at first, I was like, well, damn, that's kind of amazing that the kid just, maybe this is so violent. He said, "What the fuck is that?" But no, he was actually on point, okay? 1, he probably heard that 100 times from all of us. 2, I mean, what the fuck was that? Was a good response. I mean, it literally was. What was it? We were looking down at it. And 3, he got popped and he understood that was wrong. He shouldn't be cursed. So nonetheless, it was all worked out. But he learned at that point at 4 years old, like, oh, this is, you can't say stuff like that. And this is just some monster guts and, stuff like that. So nonetheless, let me go ahead and get my headset ready. I got to get ready to talk. Let me get, and look, Skype, I don't know what's been going on, man. With Skype's been wild, and I'm gonna wind up changing over to Zoom or something. I got Zoom too. If you guys had cameras, I got Zoom. I could simply pull up Zoom. We could be also using webcam. So I'm gonna do that. We're gonna have to do that one day. But nonetheless, let me see if I can get it. Let me make sure my settings straight. We're gonna get the oh man, I can't hear it. Word. What the hell is going on? See? Good thing I checked. Logitech, let me check. See what's going on here. Bam. Hello. Can you hear me? No, my microphone ain't working right there. Why the hell is my microphone not working? Oh. Why the hell my microphone ain't working? Now let's see. Speakers. Logitech. Can I hear? Let's see. I'm going to test my audio. Let me see. Okay, I'm all messed up. Sound all messed up, y'all. Sound all messed up. Hey, I'm not only not hearing nothing I'm speaking, and I know I got juice. I got juice now. You know what? I know what it is. gonna do that. Hold on, y'all. I gotta do this right. I want the headset. I'm not doing it like last time. Okay, I'm not. I refuse to. I refuse to. I came too far. We unplugging this? 'Cause I've been there. You gotta unplug the battery for those who got the headsets. Okay, and plug it back in. I've been here before. I'm about to know we ain't doing that. I need to use the headset. I done paid too much money, okay, for these damn devices to not be using them. I'm sorry, I done paid too much. I'm not about to do that. Cut it on. Let me see. That's a little better. Let me see. Okay. Now. Bam. Now let's see what we can do here. Alright, I see we hearing the call. Okay. We're doing a little better. Let me change it. There we go. Logitech working. Let me see my microphone. My microphone still ain't working though. I don't know what the hell's going on with the microphone. Let's see. Bam. Hey. Okay. We're just gonna use a blue snowball. Here we go. We just gonna do it, man. I can't even help it. NickMoses05 Gaming Podcast. Who do I have on the line? What the hell is this ringing going on? Yo, hold on, man. The Skype is going crazy. Like everybody calling in, and it's just playing the ringing over and over and over again. Hold up. Let me get you. Why is it doing that? Okay. Now, can you hear me okay? See, what the hell? Are y'all hearing that ringing too? Is it just me? Is it just ringing? Yo, what the hell? Yo, we turning the sound all the way down, man. What the hell is happening? Yo, it's like playing every sound that you... Okay, here we go. All right, we good. Bam. Now, don't call. Hold up. It's on Do Not Disturb. I should not be hearing any ringing. Call in. Somebody call in. Let me get this test out. Because this is ridiculous. This is what I'm talking about. I spent all this money on this equipment and this crap. Okay, Dead Specimen, my fault. Okay, here we go. I'm going to have to do it another way. NickMoses05 Gaming Podcast, Dead Specimen, can you hear me okay? Yes, your mic is working. Great. Oh, man, you want to test out Zoom, right? You know what, man? If you want... You know what? Let's see if we can do it, because then I could probably pull you up on screen. Let's see. We're going to try it out. What the hell? Let's get it up. Let's do it. And we got me down there. And now you got me at the bottom. You know what? That's cool. Let's see how it works. Let's see. I'm curious. You got your webcam. Throw it on. Booyah. There we go. Now, see, I got to move you. Hold up. There you go. Got that X'd out. Boom, my man. 25 years old. Dead Specimen. That room right there is his college dorm room, guys, okay? He's been in this dorm for a while now. He's going to be graduating the University of what again? What is it? Dead Specimen, my man. What is going on with you, my dude? Oh, man, it's good to see you, man. As always, I like that you got the webcam, man. Now we can talk, okay? And I'm gonna go over some of these things with you. First thing I want to talk to you about, my dude, is this team executor thing, man. I want to actually do this interview. And the reason I'm glad you called is because I want to ask you, what is a question that you think I should present to them that would be a great question? No sound on who? Hold on, this. I got the producers talking about no sound on who? Oh, they can't hear you. Hold up, Dead Specimen. They can't hear you. Hold on, I got you. They can't hear Dead Specimen. I said, oh, I gotta fix it. See, we trying stuff new. It's okay. Gonna work with us. All right, hold up. Look at all those calls. Y'all see how I be booming? Okay. Hold up. Let me move it. Let me lower these. We're going to do it all over again. Hold up, Dead Specimen. I got you here. I'm going to see if I can get your sound. Sound. Let's see if we can get you. I got you. All right, now Dead Specimen. Now go ahead and talk. Can they hear you? Let's see. Okay, no, they said they can't yet. So speakers, here we go. Watch this work. If this work, I'm gonna be. All right. So now, Dead Specimen. I think if you talk now, they should be able to hear you. They still can't hear you. Okay, we got something going on. Dead Specimen. I don't know what the hell's going on with the equipment, man. We got another failure, but hold on. We're gonna get it working. I'm glad I got you here. Bing, bing. So if I put you on my speakers here, I can hear you just fine, sir. You know what? I got an idea. I'm going to work this out even better. Here we go. We're going to do this. I'm going to do that so everybody can hear you. Now everybody should be able to hear you. All right. Now, can everybody hear Dead Specimen okay now? Let me know. We got a mic check on Dead Specimen. Can we get him? Y'all still got no sound on Dead Specimen?
I said I hope so. So I'm hoping that they heard at least that.
Yeah, you won't. I see you talking now. Now they can hear you just fine. Let's bring you back up.
There we go.
Booyah. Yes. Okay.
Finally.
Good. Yeah, I know, man. All this damn. All right. How do we get you? I want you back full screen. There we go. Full screen. Let's pull them. Oh, there we go. Let me get the.
Man, just gotta flex with all those effects. It's just.
I know, man. I'm trying to grow, man. Joshua Drake got me out here working hard, man. He got me out here sweating. He got me out here. I'm like, whoo. Joshua Drake, another $5. Oh, gosh, I got to work hard. So, Dead Specimen, my man, I couldn't wait to get you on. You are one, okay? You are one that has spoke to members of Team Executor, okay? And you have also threw some questions at them and gotten answers. So, if I was to do an interview, do you think, Dead Specimen, do you think an interview for Team Executor, just a direct exclusive interview of them addressing a lot of the stuff, do you think that would be useful or helpful for Team Executor?
Well, it really depends, because obviously they're their own people. They can say whatever the hell they want, so they can plead the fifth on anything. They could, if they really wanted to lie about anything, they could twist it however they want to. But I think a lot of I'm going to be the one who's asking the kind of snarky questions, but I know that most people are probably going to be asking just simple clarity's sake questions. And I think if they can put out any amount of information more than what's already been put out, it'll be good for them. I really don't see how any of this could be bad for them theoretically. I think that if I think, because even what I asked, what I really want to know isn't anything that's necessarily going to damage their reputation. I'm not trying to be an asshole. What I'm trying to figure, like I said in chat earlier, what I really would want to know is simply, from what most of the public knows, do you think that the generalized, you guys aren't hardline criminals, but you guys are fairly shady thing is justified? And then just whoever, I don't know who it would give me. I mean, if it's alchemy, then I'm fairly not sure what he'll say. If you've got MMA or Drunken On or, Wii U Gold, for God's sakes, I don't know what they would say. And so it would be interesting to, when it comes to Gary, what they think about, do they personally, what, not the team opinion, but what do they on an individual standpoint think about Gary getting out? And what impact, whether he does or does not get out of jail, will that have on Team Executor? If Jerry does, it's called him Jerry, good job, me. If Gary does get out, maybe he just will say, fuck this, it's not worth it, I'm not returning, I'm doing something else. So maybe it won't matter either way. Maybe he comes back and he comes in full swing. Maybe he, maybe he gets convicted. Anything can happen.
No, and that's how I feel. For me, when I first brought this up, I wanted to do it in that way. You're right. I almost thought it's not really anything bad. It's to the point right now where they're almost as bad as they can get. I mean, we thought it was bad when the announcement happened and, everybody then got arrested and this, but it got worse than that. Then you start getting updates, and then you start getting, when is this getting released? And then you start getting, false information coming out, and it's just been,
it's fake news.
Yeah, it's kind of been a lot of this fake news thing. So I figured an interview just getting them to kind of address a lot of the questions in one forum, one place, and then say, hey, you know, these questions were addressed. I would like to ask some, you know, not super risque, but risque. Okay, we need to get some answers to certain questions, and they can go ahead and doctor up whatever they want to. I'm not saying you can write a whole.
Tell me right now. Throw one at me. Throw one at me, because I want to. Feel like this would be interesting. I throw one of the questions you're going to ask them at me. I'm going to take a guess on what they might say.
Well, one of them, I'm going to tell you, you know what? Just one that came to my head now that you said that. One that I believe Joe mentioned to me was about the Chinese carts. I think Joe mentioned to me about the Chinese carts, and why we never seen them was that, you know, more information about the Chinese carts. Why wasn't this
Chinese
a thing?
Cores?
Yeah, and I'm not sure which update it was, but there was a specific update where they mentioned the Chinese carts. And I've never known of them to come out.
Are we talking SX or Gateway?
SX. Yeah. You're right. SX. We're talking about SX though. So
because I remember Gateway, they put out an update where it was, and this has nothing to do with the whole Gateway SX thing, by the way. It's just you say carts and then update about carts.
Yeah,
they put out a thing that was like,
Gateway
did
something like that too.
Yeah, they had the Gateway update where it was the one that put in the brick code, and so I'm thinking are we talking that kind of shit? FBI Dead Specimen's a part of Team Executor. Joshua, you're on my list.
Hey, I just said Joshua Drake. Shout out to you for the $2, man. I gotta throw him a bomb, man.
Dead believer. Wait, hold on. Now you're saying I'm Justin Bieber? Excuse me.
Hello, gentlemen. Hold up, members. Now I gotta pull up some people. FBI is using Gary's balls as a pincushion right now.
Indeed, they are.
They are so killing it right now, man. The chat is awesome. Love the chat. But I am with you with Gary. I wonder what's going on with Gary. Now, I'm one that Team Executor, I think they take a lot of crap. And I mean, there's many hacking groups. There's many of them. Tons of them, man. Why does Team
That's actually something I was
Executor
going to get to.
why do they take the crap? Why out of all these hundreds of groups, and they've been able to withstand it? Why do you think
I could probably answer that.
Let's answer.
Is if I had to take a guess, Team Executor has been the most careless, and I mean that lightly. I could take a pretty good educated guess on info about alchemy, his dialect, the way that he talks, his activities. If I was a government agency, I'd probably know more about him than he knows about himself by now, just from the small things I know about him. Now, is that kind of creepy? Yes, but that's how our government works.
That's how the government works.
And so Team Executor has put themselves very, very out there. And so they've made themselves an easy target. And not only have they made themselves an easy target, but because of that, since they've got essentially the head honcho, it wouldn't shock me if by now they've got, kind of was it Andrea Mitchell said that they got Gary's balls to the pincushion? It wouldn't shock me if, Gary probably has ties, and even if he doesn't, have ties directly with other hacking groups, he probably knows a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who knows someone at another hacking group, and maybe there's some long chain where maybe it starts to get out of, gray market console mod chips to, whoever those guys were that threw ransomware onto CD Projekt Red servers. And for the record, I am not stating that Gary has anything to do with that, nor Team Executor. But what I'm saying is when you get into the hacking group, you can go down the chain long enough, to where you're going to find someone who probably is in the lesser than or more than gray hacking area. There might be someone who, God forbid, Gary knows a friend who knows a friend that fucking works at the FBI. And, who's leading this case.
Yeah, and true enough, that's what I really want to know more about too as well, the case. I know that we don't hear anything about the case. All we heard was who they arrested and when they got arrested. We didn't hear anything about the trial dates. Now, that is something that when I do the interview, I'm going to do some journalist work that day. Okay, I want to go ahead and find out about cases. I want to find out what they being charged with, how long and everything, because I think some of this, I don't know if it's justified. I don't know, and that's what I want to know. And even if it is or if it's not, Team Executor, from what I know, there's been a lot of different groups, but Team Executor has been around for a long time. I want to say, what's the longest hacking group that you can think of, that's been around so long for consoles? Paradox.
Reloaded.
Yeah, okay. Reload those, but come on. Okay, those are those are like legendary status, okay? Besides those, okay, Team Executor,
Razor 1911. There we go. Checkmate.
Damn, that was a nice one. But I will say Team Executor has been through this, and this is something they haven't experienced with the whole arrest thing, at least that we know of. But they've dealt with the pressure. They've dealt with being called this. They've dealt with saying they stole things. They dealt with being told they're going under names. So to me, I want to get an answer for all of it.
Well, and
I think we could.
You should ask them would be just simply a blatant question of what is the response to every major accusation made against Team Executor about group to customer relations, I guess. So the stolen code, the brick code, the ties to Gateway. And by the way, I've changed the way I've said that because I shouldn't be saying the team is Gateway. I should be saying ties to Gateway because that's a much more, that's a much more, it's a safer word, but also it's
a safer. They have some ties. Those ties may not mean nothing, but they may mean something. Yeah. So that word I understand.
So that should be something that's just a blanket. You bring up Team Wow, just a Gateway an accident. You bring up Team Executor, and if they're a hater, like a hardcore hater, they'll bring up three things: stolen code, brick code, ties to Gateway, money laundering, probably prostitution. So, and you know what? I know. Believe me, if I go look and I start digging up court case information, I've done this before, and I've read things that I regret reading. That I go, wow, oh my! But it's all charges, and it's in documentation in court records. They put a lot of fluffy words in there. They overcharge. Kidnapping the Lindbergh baby.
Yo, they're killing it in the chat right now.
Oh, there's a question you should ask. Ask them. What are your thoughts on? Because apparently this isn't like accusations. It's like he actually got convicted on this. Thoughts on the whole Max Loren committing credit card fraud thing, and also apparently he had ties to Paradox. That was another thing.
Yeah, I've heard some things with Max. Now, what's very funny about Max is that I follow Max on Instagram. Sometimes I want to switch lives with Max. I'm not gonna lie, Max. He lives.
You want to switch life with a man who's in custody?
No, his Instagram don't look like he in custody, okay? His Instagram look like he's over there traveling the world.
Is he posting recently?
Yeah, I have no idea about. I've messaged him. I've tried to reach out. If he reaches out back, I'm happy. If not, hey, cool. I knew that was his Instagram before. Whole thing happened, and then you didn't see posts for a while, and then all of a sudden you start seeing the post again, and he's back working out. Okay, he's back doing the whole. I'm like, damn, Max is back. So I don't know if it was something where Max charges may not have been Gary's charges. Somebody else could have been charged with something else. Somebody could have been able to post bond.
Well, then, if you think about it, if he really is living that lavish lifestyle, maybe the money talked.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. You know what I mean? He might still be having continuous court dates going. He just doesn't have to sit up in jail. You know what I mean? While he's waiting for his court dates. So things happen, and I want to dig for all that information. Like I said, I don't want to press him to be like, you're lying, you're so-and-so. But can we get an answer for it? Is that something that you can answer? Even if anyone feels like it's going to be a BS answer, at least they gave an answer for it.
Well, and what I found is if you do get alchemy, one thing I've learned about alchemy is he will tell the truth, and if he doesn't want to tell the truth, he won't say anything at all. And so I think alchemy, you're probably going to get the truth out of. I've talked with him about a lot of things, and a lot of the things that he has said to me about certain things are stuff that if were definitely not things that were extremely pro Team Executor, and if he needed to lie about it, he definitely picked the worst way to lie. And so either he lied just enough to be like, yes, this makes us look bad, but at the same time, it's much better than what it's really the truth, or he does tell the truth and then just goes silent on things that he doesn't want to talk about. And generally, he will talk about, like, opinionated things, like, you know, when it comes to, again, the whole stolen code thing, where he'll say, like, you know, I think it happened, and, you know, you know, or not
happened. I didn't have
not opinionated things. That was a bad choice of words. Things that are, like, essentially not pertinent to the group as a whole, like with Gary,
like an individual or something like that may have made a mistake. Because it's true, you know, you got a hacking group, especially, you know, determined on the more members, the more likely somebody's gonna make a mistake, and it's not like everybody's perfect. So no, I understand that.
And so, you know, I don't know about everybody else, but you know, I kind of was a little mean and kind of half insinuating they might not be completely truthful, because I think Alchemy will. I don't know who you're going to have on. Maybe you have the whole mod team on.
And you know, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping to have more than just, you know, Alchemy. I would love to have everybody. If I could have everybody on.
I've never seen any of the other mods in the VC, in the TX VC. I've only seen Alchemy in there.
And that's why I want to announce it as such, because to me, you're right. What bad can come out of it? Now, if anything, you now can address the questions, and I'm not bringing the questions to have counter. I'm not going to say, oh, that doesn't sound right because so-and-so doesn't. No, I just want you to provide an answer, because we got tons of people out here who are steady. I get comments still to this day on SXOS videos talking about, oh, no update still, wah. You know, and I'm like, dude, we know this. Why are you still writing on my video? No, we know it's no update. So I'm not worried so much as the update.
Well, and that's why I dropped the whole W thing, because I know that in general, there's clearly a two-street scenario now. It's not, SX isn't going to get regularly updated anymore, it seems. It's going to either be fixing updates, or un-Nintendoing updates, or whatever you would call it.
Exactly.
Compatibility updates. That's what I'll say. Compatibility updates for major firmwares.
Yep.
And that's it. I don't think we're going to be getting any new features anytime soon. I don't think any of the tools are going to get updated anytime soon. Except, I guess, maybe for compatibility. But basically, SX is kind of a now what you see is what you get kind of thing.
I agree.
Because they don't have the... This is probably a bad choice of words, but they don't have the backbone to support making major feature updates now, because essentially they have to do as much as they can to keep the product alive, but not enough to which they actually are actively, you know, causing more trouble for themselves.
No, you ain't lying. Now, Dead Specimen, my man, as always, we at the time limit. I usually try to break down the time, and I'm glad. That's why we didn't even get to talk about Nominees, because I knew you were going to have such great insight, because I want to do this interview. So I needed that from...
Joshua's getting his Skype up too, so I mean, he may help on the face cam too.
Nice. I'm going to throw everybody on, man. So any last words you got to say to everybody before you out?
I hope this goes well. The whole interview, I really do. I think, you know, and what I hope is that what would be really cool is if it got posted, like it made the rounds. It got posted on the TX Discord. It got posted on the forums. It got posted on other hacking forums. God damn it. Have someone send that shit to Torrent Freak. You know what? I'll do that. Once this thing gets posted, I'll send it to Torrent Freak, and I'll say, like, hey, y'all remember those stories you did on, like, TX, you know, Brick and stuff? They answer it in this interview. You guys should post it.
Exactly. And that's it. Then we can get the answers, spread the news, TX can clear the name of anything, and we can move on.
Or fail, too.
Yeah, or fail. Yeah, it can't backfire. But other than that, Specimen, my man, as always, signing out. You know I'm going to talk to you later, my dude.
Catch you later, brother.
Later. Now let's get to it. Hold on, I gotta switch screens. We got the other things still up there. Dead Specimen. It was always nice to talk to Dead Specimen, man. Love Dead Specimen as always. NickMoses05 podcast. Who do I have on with me right now?
Yo, what's going on, Nick? It's Joe.
Ooh, G.I. Joe, the man out here working. I'm going to start calling you PS4 Joe in a little bit, man, because you out there.
I got too many nicknames.
Yeah, you do. That PS4, man, I've been looking at a couple of those posts. I'm waiting, man. Mine was supposed to be here, but they said it's a little bit late. It's cool. It's, it's the weekend. I should have it tomorrow, Tuesday. I can start diving into it. But how have you been enjoying that so far? Yeah, go ahead.
I'm doing good. Before we get started, quick question. Is Skype free or do I have to pay? I've never used it before.
Skype should be free, man. It should be completely free. As long as you're doing like Skype
to Skype. Oh, it's telling me to add minutes.
You know what? I think, damn it, you would have to ask that specimen the specifics on it. But I believe you can create an account free, and as long as you're doing Skype to Skype, it's okay. So I think you have to not call my number. I think you have to do it by my email address, which I'm going to see what email address I have on here.
Yeah, you could PM that to me later.
All right, okay. Yeah, it's the NickMoses05 at hotmail.com. So I think if you do it,
okay, cool.
Or my Skype name, which is NickMoses05. So I think if you do it by one of those, it doesn't charge. But nonetheless, we're cool regardless anyway. But I'm glad you're doing fine,
okay,
Joe.
Cool.
I'm glad you called too, man, because you have great insight. You've been around for this whole Team Executor, like, fiasco from the beginning. I was speaking with Dead Specimen about it. I was going to talk about some other things. Now, Joe, is there anything you want to talk in particular before I jump into this Team Executor stuff, or are you good?
I'm good. I want to jump right into the Team Executor.
Good. So, I'm really wanting to do this interview, man. I've spoken with him. I reached out to Alchemy. I reached out to MMA Junkie. I reached out to Blakey. I reached out to all of them. I wrote them all the same message. I did get communication back. I'm not even going to say the member on here. Okay, I can tell you off. Okay,
yeah, keep it on the DL.
But I keep that, I'm not even putting that out there. But I spoke to a member, and they said, yes, we're fine with the interview. Please send the questions. We'll review them. I'll go over it with the team. Okay, so I have a lot of questions. But, Joe, is there anything specific that you could think of now while I have you on? I know you mentioned about the Chinese carts. Were there any other questions that you thought I might ask?
Well, with the Chinese carts, I believe I tried to cache out the page, but their cache isn't working. It's like Google removed everything for Team Executor. I think it was version 1.3. I could be wrong with the Team Executor, and it says now supporting Chinese cartridges. Now, does that mean Chinese counterfeit Switch cartridges, or is this something totally different? I'm thinking it's Chinese, Super Mario 3D XL or some, knockoff Switch cartridges. That's what I was thinking.
Exactly.
I'm trying to think of any other questions. That's one of my biggest questions. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, that was really cool, and no one talked about it. Yeah. And they never, made any more annotations to it. My another big question I have for the Switch is what happened to, the other members? Are they okay? Did some of them get out? Yeah. It's kind of, I know that's kind of personal information, but it's like people, don't even care about them. It's like, what's going on with them? Is anybody facing life in prison or anything like that?
Yeah, and that's a lot of what I want to know too. Specifically, if it's any way people could help. I don't see nothing wrong or bad that could really
definitely. Yeah, get a Kickstarter going or some type of donation. How can we donate to the cause?
Yeah, anything that you could do to help out and be like, hey, we could do this. But I want to get multiple members on. I do want to be able to ask them questions. And, a lot of the pressing questions, which is, I do want to ask about, the stolen code is something that got brought up so many times. I would just like to hear a final answer. On a lot of these different questions that come up, I don't want to, kick it off and say, hey, when is SXOS 3.2 coming out? That's not really what it's about. And I think that more, I know they're tired of answering that, but I would like to know everything.
Also something else.
Go ahead.
Something else. I don't know if you want to ask them this or not. Ask them if they were responsible for the SWAT Magic discs for the PlayStation 2. Supposedly that's a rumor that Team Executor was responsible for that. I thought that was pretty cool because you needed to have a machine that was able to press the bootloader into the discs.
That
for the
is
PS2.
Cool. No, see, there we go. Now we're getting the questions rolling. And, I'm going to start off, and as always, I want to do this complete interview format. So I do want to start off very simple. who is Team Executor, how many members, just the simple questions first. When did you first come together? What was the first things that you guys started working on? We want to start off with a lot of simple questions because there's a lot of history that I just don't know about Team Executor. I would like to know, was it a small team? Did you guys grow until 10 members? Did you, and that stuff does interest me. And I think a lot of people would know more about them. And it wouldn't feel like, because it almost feel like Team Executor's in the shadows. And everybody's just pointing in the shadows like, we hate you, we hate you. But I think if people knew more about them, I think that would make them more human-like. It would make people understand more about the whole entire team. That's just me.
I think your channel, I'm not just saying it because, I'm an admin and everything, but I think with your channel is the only positive information about Team Executor. It's not, Team Executor sucks, is that, there's so much hate. I think people hate them just to be popular. I really do.
No, I'm with you on that. I've seen people who, you first started with the paid versus the free. So you had your people who said, I'm a free person. Why would you pay for that? I hate them because they're making money off something that's free. That was the first bunch. Then it became to where, you had the choice. You could choose atmosphere, that. Then it became stolen code. Okay, so next thing it was like stolen code. And then from the stolen code, it became something else. It was just always like something about Team Executor that wasn't right. I've never once had, just like you mentioned, a channel or something besides the Team Executor forums that talked highly about Team Executor.
Yeah, and you know what? The Team Executor forum is a lot better place to ask questions. And, I'm an admin in another group for the Nintendo Switch hacking forum. And over there is, I still like the forum and everything. I'm very active, but it's still very toxic. No. With the SXOS versus, atmosphere. When I saw people talk about atmosphere in the TX forum, there wasn't any hate. No. It's just kind of like, what are we, 3 years old here?
I agree. And Andrea Mitchell said, those questions seem like they would be bad for the case. If I was their lawyer, I would advise against answering those. Now, Andrea, that is a perfect point. That is why I'm going to send them a list of questions first. They could let me know for whatever reason why they do not want to answer those questions. If they say there's an active case going, I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to ask any question. Yeah, that's a great
point. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I don't want to ask any question that involves an active case. So if Gary, as far as I go with Gary, is Gary still involved in a case? If he is, I don't want to talk about it. If Max is still involved in the case, I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to be held or anyone else to be held liable for what they may say. So I am definitely all for that, Andrea, and I'm already thinking about that. I'm already a step ahead of you. My job is to make sure that who I'm interviewing is safe. Okay, I don't want them to have anything. And another thing is, I was thinking about doing live. I don't know if I'm going to do it live, because then if I do it live, I don't have the chance to edit or take anything out. So I may have
I wouldn't do it live. I wouldn't do it just in case somebody says something by accident. You can cut it out and there's no proof of them saying that.
Exactly. So more than likely, we probably won't be doing it live. We'll be doing a recorded session. I'll then put it up immediately after we make sure everything's okay. I'll have them watch it. We'll make sure both parties agree that we can put it up. Then I'll put up the interview. But I do think this would be the one interview for Team Executor where they could actually have a floor. They got a stage. They could now say whatever they want and not have to worry that the person that interviewing them is there to bash them. Okay.
Oh, definitely. And also what you should do so don't get the video flagged is just call it exclusive interview, because everybody that watches the channel knows what's going on about this. So they can promote it on Facebook and say, hey, don't forget we're going to be doing a TX exclusive interview.
Exactly.
Because with YouTube, it's a pain in the butt. You don't want to get a copyright.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I want to do. Have everybody know we're going to be doing this interview. I want them to have the word out. I know Dead Specimens like Torrent Freak did the whole article about, when this all happened about members getting arrested. I would love to be able to say, hey, those members were arrested. How are those members doing? Are those members still in custody? Are they dealing with current court cases? So then at least that can be follow-up information, because right now all everybody knows is Team Executor is gone. Bowser's got the keys back to the kingdom, and they're done.
And definitely a safe, secure way of doing the donations. We don't want to do something where we're donating to someone in Liberia or China. you know.
True. I'm with you on that. Yeah, to be safe on the donation, because you're right. It could be anybody. You know what I mean? And you donate money to somebody randomly all the way up. Yeah, I'm with you on that. But I'm hoping that all of them could come together and we can get these questions answered finally. And I know for you, Joe, you are one that has also spoke with I think multiple people, if not directly with Team Executor, people around Team Executor, because you speak with a lot of people and you get a lot of information. Do you think this interview is possible? Do you think, even though they said send the questions, they did, I can confirm on Discord, I have the message to send the questions. Do you think this interview they would even do?
Yeah, definitely. Some of the questions they're not going to answer, like, for instance, like, you know, oh, when's a new SXOS update coming out? Because they say, hey, it's coming out tomorrow, and something happens with it. Or they might say, oh, wow, we're going to sue you again because, you know, you went through the court case and you said you signed this law and you said you weren't going to update it. Then it gets updated. So certain stuff they're going to answer, certain stuff they can't answer because they got to cover their ass, which is totally understandable.
Yep, and that's why at the same time with the interview, I want to be able to send them questions. I do want them, you know, I'm not one that want to catch them by surprise, you know, or get them with the surprise questions. And, you know, I want them to know what questions we're going to be asking. I want to have, at least no lie, probably over 50 to 60 questions because, you know.
Also,
yeah, go ahead.
Did they do anything with the Xbox One? Because supposedly I heard that they were tinkering around with the Xbox One. They were going to make a chip or something. I don't know if it's a rumor or not, but with everything that's happening, they had to stop the project.
And you know what, man? I've heard about that too. And if that, don't tease me like that, Joe. You had to bring that up, man. You know how I am about Microsoft. I got a little happy, man. I started smiling like, oh gosh, though. But you're right. I'm definitely going to pose that as a question too. And those are the type of questions I love, because if we get answers for those, it can lead people to who are Team Executor fans or people who support them now can say, I got something to look forward to. You know, right now, a lot of people are thinking, and you hear it all the time, death for Team Executor. You know what I mean? They haven't seen an update. Yeah. Like I mentioned the Deathpad. I still get comments on my videos talking about, oh, still no update? Oh, they're dead. And it's like, well, at this point, you got an alternative if you want to update to the latest stuff. If not,
or just buy another Switch. You know, that's what I did. As soon as this stuff went down, like I remember a private messaging you saying, hey, I found a Switch. I'm buying another one. I drove an hour there and an hour back. I'm not losing, you know, Team Executor. And it's not for the $60 I paid for it. It's great, and it does exactly what I want it to do, play XCI backups. No NSP crap, installing it, force close error messages with tinfoil and AWO. No. SXOS for life.
No, I'm with you on that. Now, Joe, do you know about this? I hear that there's no SXOS licenses being sold anywhere. I haven't looked for an SXOS license in a very long time. But can you confirm that, Joe? Do you know if there's any SXOS licenses being sold anywhere?
As far as right now, you can't get anything. I'm not going to mention the person's name, but I was trying to help out one of my friends trying to get chips and get keys. I messaged this one guy in China. And I said, hey, do you ship to the United States, or can I do a forward shipping service? With what a forward shipping service is, I would pay somebody in China, and they would ship it to a Chinese address. Then the Chinese address would ship it to the United States. I never heard back from him. It seems like everything went dead. I think everybody's out of stock, or they're afraid to sell to people. Or Customs already knows. They have a big banner printed out. Look for this board.
Yeah, because I'm with you. It's like no licenses, no chips. You know, where does Team Executor go from here with no licenses? Now, I do know the website has been dealing with a lot of outages. So the website's been
a lot of 404s.
Yeah, a lot of them that goes down for, you know, I've seen, hey, down for 20 hours, down for 12 hours, down for a day. And it's like, I'm not sure what's going on there. But at some point,
I think they're being attacked.
Yeah, I was going to say, at some point, something's going on. It's to the point where they're dropping so frequently, it's almost like someone's taking them down. Is that what you think?
Yeah, I think they're being DDoS.
Yeah, okay. And that would make sense because they just keep going down. Now, being that you know there's no SXOS licenses around, there's no mod chips or anything around, Do you think there's any point of going back to licenses? Do you think that they should just, the user set they got, just leave it as is? Or do you think, or how would they go about putting on? What do you think about the license situation? Let me ask that.
The license situation, I don't mind paying for it because at the end of the day, you get what you pay for. And like I said before, I don't have this information and I can't make Atmosphere and I can't make SXOS. I'm an end user, very advanced end user. I don't mind paying for services because there's certain things that you just can't do. The only way that SXOS can get around this is if they start backporting games like with the PlayStation without getting into the whole PlayStation thing. You know, the newest hacked firmware 7.55, but you can actually make a utility that's already out there for free to everyone. You could actually backport the game, which basically is saying, hey, this newer game that runs on 7.55 can run on 5.05. It tricks the keys in the game. It like spoofs them. That's the only way they could get around this, if they make a backporting program.
Nice. Okay. And that's why I can't wait to try that PS4. So what have you tried on the PS4 now with this? I seen the videos, okay, and I seen that at first this hack for the PS4 was, you know, when people say, hey, you try it 10 times, you might get it 1 out of 10 times. But now it seems pretty reliable. Is that safe to say?
Yes and no. When the 7.55 first came out, it took me a half hour to run it. Then the next time, it took me an hour and 10 minutes to get it up and running. The hack was so bad, I left my PlayStation 4 on overnight, and I basically tricked the system. It's thinking I'm playing a game, but I'm not. I just have a game open at the options menu, a really, really slow game that doesn't use a lot of GPU power, so it doesn't overheat. Right. And I just left it on there, and that's what I've been using. All the hosts from GitHub, they're all down. Except one of them. I'm going to put up a video later or tomorrow using the user guide hack. And the PlayStation 4 settings, you go to the user guide. It's just like a safety protocol thing. But a hacker that's been around with the PlayStation 4 for a long time made it so you could launch payloads through there. I've been using that just this morning, and that works much better. So I'm going to be posting a full video on that.
Nice. See, that's nice right there. And that's why I said I want to try it. I did hear, you know, kind of what you mentioned at first. It was a little rough, but it's getting better. And then the difference between, I think is, haven't been in it, but is it Mira and Hen? Is those are two different types?
Yes. Basically, to make it understandable for all the new people, is Mira is like a demo of a hack, and the Hen is the final hack. So right now we're in the middle stages of a Mira and a Hen coming out. Supposedly Hen will be out soon, but you know, with the community, you know, it takes them a long time to do it. And you have with these people, oh, when's it coming out? When's it coming out? It comes out when it comes out. That's how it works.
Exactly.
You know, but everything else, it runs fine. You know, I played Ghost of Tsushima for maybe about 60 hours now. It runs fine. And you know, this is not a backport. This is just the 7.55.
Ooh, you said one of the games I've been itching to try too, man. Everybody's talking about how good this game is. Oh, my goodness. Now I'm so thirsty to get one. But, you know, hopefully tomorrow, I get a nice, you know, buzz at the door, and it's going to be a nice box. It'll be my PS4.
Now, what did you get your system on? 6.27 or something like that?
You know, I have to look. It's 6 dot something. I just know it's 6 dot something. And I forgot which version, but I was like, okay. It was 6 dot, and it was under 5. It wasn't like 6.7 or 6. It was like 6.2. Yeah. I'm with you. 6.3. I'm not sure, but it was something low in firmware with 6. So I'm very curious to just go ahead and get it, whip it out. Like you said, I'm gonna make sure not to update it. I'm gonna disable all updates, and then we going straight into the video, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a lot of fun doing it, you know. So far as the Switch scenes has kind of been slowing down. Nothing really new has popped up yet.
Yeah, that's true. It's not been much activity, and that's why I'm glad, because I moved over towards the podcast, because now I can still put up videos. I can still talk about other games. I want to do PS4 mod videos now. I know I spoke with you about the co-host thing. I'm glad Dead Specimen show. So we're gonna, you know, I have an idea of adding more to the shows, because you're right. It is slowing down. You don't have much, but we still got content to put up. You know what I mean? So we need to talk. You know what I mean? But Joe, other than that, man, I'm at about the time. So my man, my brother, any last words you got to say to the people before you're out?
Like and subscribe to NickMoses05 and tune into the Facebook page. I'm going to be posting up a lot more tutorials and a lot more video guides to help you guys out with the PlayStation 4. So I'll see you guys there.
My man Joe, I'm going to holler at you, my dude.
All right, I'll talk to you later, buddy.
Later. And Joe, my man Joe, he's been holding it down on that Facebook page. Let me go ahead and see who else we got calling, who else we coming in. NickMoses05 podcast. Who do I have on the line?
Hey, man, how you doing?
Oh, my goodness. Hold on. I'm just going to let you introduce yourself because I don't want to butcher it. I think I know who it is, but I just want you to go. Who am I on the line with right now?
Oh, this is just an admirer of yours. I want to talk about a few subjects you got going on. The main thing is, I know you're all excited about doing this SXOS interview with Team Executor.
Should I be worried? My
question to you is, the people that you're going to interview, how do you know that they're actually Team Executor people? You know what I mean? Everyone's out there cloak and dagger. They're hiding behind aliases. They made 3 and 4 different, profiles and stuff like that. So, how do you know that the guy you're actually doing an interview with is a real, official TX guy? Because you know what? I can sit there, Nick, and you can sit there and say, send me a list of questions. And I'm going to go through them questions, and I'm going to Google every answer first. And when we do have that interview, I'm just going to read them off one by one, and you won't even know the difference. Nobody will know the difference. So I'm thinking that these guys that, say that they're Team Executor, I don't believe it. Don't believe it one little bit.
Talk to me nice. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, and I'm glad. I need this. And this is the perfect call right now. So you're right. I may not know if those are the actual people from Team Executor. Now, one thing I can say is some of the members have been known to be around or at least have ties to Team Executor. And that's through, and I would just say that's through just time and witnessing them being around it. Doesn't give me 100% confirmation. You're right. But it does give me a little bit to say, well, they've been around it for a while. They have a little bit of insight. Maybe they're part of the team. Do you think that's far-fetched for me?
I don't think that's far-fetched. But on the other hand to that, let's take a look at Tom Dills Jr., okay? His best buddy's supposed to be MMA Junkie, okay? Now, all of a sudden, nobody hears nothing from Tom anymore.
We don't. I have not heard one word.
You know what I mean? Tom would be the perfect guy to get on there and say, hey, I'm part of Team Executor. I'll do your interview. But you don't know that it's Tom on the phone, or you don't know that it's, the right people you're talking to.
So let me ask, and I'm glad you asked this. So let me ask you, what do you think would be the best way for me to determine who I'm actually talking to, or if they are actually part of Team Executor? What could I do or get them to do to prove that?
Now, that would be a hard point to prove, because you know what? If you really were a Team Executor guy, you'd want to keep, a low profile, because, you don't want the FBI coming after you or anybody else, knowing who you are. So that would probably really, that's what I'm saying. When you go to do this interview, I don't think you're going to be interviewing the right people. I think maybe you're just interviewing a bunch of wannabes that might want to be there and, aren't the real guy. Because if I was the real guy, I wouldn't be doing an interview. As much as, people want answers and stuff like that, I got to keep a low profile, because it's my ass going to jail, not yours. So
now, I agree with you. I agree with you on that. And that's why for the questions, the way I thought about it is having these questions presented in a way for them to tell their side. Because we've heard all the things bad. We've heard them all from our side. Or I ain't going to say our side, but let's say everybody from the government to people who just hate Team Executor, from people who just love Team Atmosphere who hate Team Executor. They talked about so bad. Is it possible that there could be another side to this story, something that we're missing that maybe we can get out of this?
Yeah, but you know what? It's a crapshoot. I don't know if you're going to get the right people, and if you do, then congratulations, you got you beat CNN and you beat everybody else, and you got the interview of the century. If not, then you know where we're standing now, right? With no information at all. There is, by the way, SX Pro chips still available. One's for Virgin, one switches. They are out there. They are available. I was hearing from somebody that, you just plug it in. If you have a version 2 switch and you had all the stuff soldered in there and you needed a license code, there's nothing stopping you from sticking in a dongle and getting the license request file that way. Yeah. So there are SXOS Pros available. That was the other thing I wanted to mention.
Hey, you're right. And I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's something we did not mention. You're right. You can grab the license off of the SX Pro. And if there are SX Pros available, then technically there's license available. So I'm glad you mentioned that.
Exactly. And also, you know what? The site is up and down. I get that. But you got to catch it on the right time. And, you just do your license. And bang, you're done. Bam. So it's not as bad as what it could be a lot worse.
Okay. All right. So I'm glad you said that, because I thought it was I thought it was completely dead. Like you mentioned, people said, oh, I've looked everywhere for SXOS licenses. And but you're right. One thing I never asked specifically, or they never mentioned, is anything about SX Pros. And if there are SX Pros available, I'm with you. They better hurry up and get them. Well, they're gone.
They're available. I think your buddy Joe knows where they are.
Yeah, so let me ask you now, since you gave me that honest answer, and I needed that, because that's what I like. I like to hear the other side of it. Do you think that this interview, even if I was to get members of Team Executor on it, do you think this interview would be helpful to them at all, or do you think it would just be bad for them?
I think it could be a combination of both. It would be helpful for them to restore what their persona looks like to the gaming world. It would be detrimental to them to come to the surface in any way, shape, or form for an interview with anybody at this time, I think, with everything that's going on lawsuit-wise.
Okay. All right. No, I'm with you on that. So
no, everybody's looking for the answer, when's an update coming out and blah, blah, blah. Everyone's just going to have to sit back and wait and see. And we're all still going to have to listen to the haters that switch over to Atmosphere. Hey, man, you see it all the time on the groups. Hey, man, why don't you just load up Atmosphere? Load up Atmosphere. It's like, to me, it doesn't matter. I got 1 for Atmosphere. I got 10 for SX. You know what I mean? And I love the XI loading off my dock. You know what I mean? I play on my 75-inch screen.
Yep.
You can't do that. I don't want to update every day to some new version of, Atmosphere 018.3, and then tomorrow update 6 patches to play the same game. I just want to plug it in and go. And you know what? If I got to pay $30-$40 for that, then that's worth my time and effort.
I will agree.
You know what I mean? How many hours are you sitting there trying to update your switch with Atmosphere? And how much do you make per hour?
And
so
you know what?
If you make $20 an hour,
you're absolutely correct.
You make $20 an hour and you spend an hour trying to update your switch. Put that $20 towards an FX OS product, a TX product. And it's not the right thing to say now because TX is down right now. But back then, it's like, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand. Why people wouldn't just want to update all right, left, and right, and center like that. But hey, to each is their own. If you want to do it, God bless you. Carry on.
Exactly. And there's been so many update issues with Atmosphere that we've even had people develop applications to handle the update process. So you're correct on that. I will say updating Atmosphere is not as simple as just getting your boot.dat file and dropping it on your SD card. Okay, so it is difficult for me. That was why I bought into Team Executor. I use Atmosphere. I actually have my Nintendo Switch right here, and I think I have SX and Atmosphere on it. I use Atmosphere on that one most, but I got another one I use XX on it more. So it's just really on what you want to use. But this interview, I really was thinking like, yo, I would love to get an exclusive and get their side, because nobody's ever, why has nobody ever taken a side of Team Executor? Let me ask you that. Why do you think Team Executor has never had a specific website, somebody popular that's on Twitter, somebody that has a blog that just speaks highly on Team Executor. Why don't we have that?
I don't think we have that because what people you're circumventing Nintendo's exclusive software, if I may quote them, unfortunately on what they're saying with lawsuits. You're going around what they're doing and you're taking money out of their pockets. So in order to it comes back to Robin Hood, you know what I mean? Robin Hood robbed from the rich and gave to the poor type of thing, right? So TX is all underground, Robin Hood hid in the trees, and so was TX. And you can't promote anything that's illegal on any type of social media or anything these days without getting your butt burnt. And I know, you know what, you are going to have an interview. I guarantee you're going to have an interview, but I don't know that you're going to have an interview with the right people.
Nice. And that's going to be a thing I'm going to look at now moving forward, because you mentioned that. That's something I also said I would like other members, multiple members, so that way we can kind of get a confirmation. Now, from my perspective, I don't really know. You're right. But I would figure those who would listen in would know based on past experiences, because I'm sure these members, they're probably older. They've probably been around for a while. They got their connections with other hacking groups. So I think some people out there, some people can vouch and say it's true. But you're right. My job is not to get anybody in jail. Mine not just to have, people regretting what they said. So I do want to kind of prep them with the questions. I don't mind adding a follow-up question on my own, but I don't want to throw them a ballpark question out of the blue. Like, hey, you guys did steal this code based on what was shown here. Why is this not addressed? I don't want to press them like that, but I would like to know, hey, where did you guys start? How, can you get a number of how many people it is? The members that were arrested, are they still in custody right now? Are they still going through current court cases? The products, are there any future products that you plan on working on? Are there any past products that you work on and never got released? Is there, it's just so many different things I could think of to ask them outside of the main ones, but I know the main questions that people want to hear, so I would ask them. So I agree, and I'm going to take that into consideration.
I would love to hear that interview too, honored 1,000%, with the right people. I want to know those answers too, because I'm an SXOS user. I don't want to see it go into the trash. What was I going to say? What about the PK stuff that's supposed to be coming out? Are we going to ask any questions about the PKOS?
Yeah, you're right. I haven't heard anybody mention about PKOS. And last I heard, it was made in 30 minutes, and it works.
But where can I buy it? I want to buy it. Where can I buy it?
I don't even think you need a license. I think you just pop it on your SD card, and it just works, man. I got to talk to PK, man. I got to get some more exclusive on that. Now, for Team Executor, let me ask you, have you had any personal dealings with Team Executor directly or any members that have ties to Team Executor?
I plead the fifth on that.
Okay, no, I'm cool with it. So, through all your experience and your time through diving in the modding world, do you think that
I lost you.
Through all your time that you're going through all your modding endeavors, I know you've dealt probably with other systems. You seem pretty knowledgeable. Okay. So I would like to say, do you think that there's a lot of dirt that could be uncovered from this interview, and that TX, you said you're sure I'm going to get my interview. Do you think there's any way they would refuse my interview?
Once again, it depends who you're speaking to on the interview. Some guys will say, yeah, I'm TX, I'll have the interview with you. And maybe some guys will say, no. I think, like I said, you will still get that interview. But with who, that's the question. I'm going to be definitely tuning in. Just waiting for the pin to drop and see what happens. You mentioned something else. I forgot what it was about. All right, anyway.
No, you're fine, man. And I'm excited.
I know what I want.
No, go ahead. There you go.
The PS4, right from 505. From what I gather, you're getting a 651 or a 672 PS4 firmware. Don't update any more than 672. I'm all about the PS4 stuff as well.
Nice.
I got all kinds of stuff running on it. The 755 stuff that's coming out now is like, it's like the sun's starting to rise on the horizon. You know what I mean? It's starting, it's beautiful, but don't update right now because it's not the right time. So yeah, you want to leave your stuff at 672 max.
Nice.
And go from there.
Oh, you dropping them gems, man. You killing it today, man. You killing it. Okay, and when I get it, you're right. I could be on one of those. I'm not sure. Like I said, I just remember that it needed to be under 6.72, I think somebody told me. And I was like, okay, cool. If it's 6.72 or under, I'm getting it. And I did search on eBay. I found one, bought it. So I'm waiting for it. Should be here tomorrow. I'll open it up, cut it on. We'll test it from there. But I'm hoping it goes well. And you're right. I should be able to just... I'm not going to update no further. I'm going to take your word. I'm going to go through everything slow. I want to do videos because I would love to do some videos to put out there, even though there's hundreds of videos already out there I've seen. But,
There's hundreds of videos, but I got to give out a shout out to Modded Warfare. Anything basically that I learned from the beginning, look on YouTube under Modded Warfare. He's right there right from day one, and he'll basically show you anything and everything you need to do.
And Modded Warfare, it's funny because I actually played with Modded Warfare on a JTAG. We were playing in some random match that we set up. And I think I was actually in one of his videos where he was actually testing things. So Modded Warfare, shout out to Modded Warfare. I've also been watching Modded Warfare videos for a very long time. And he's been in the scene for a while now. I want to say, oh, man, it's been a while. I don't know. It's been a long time. I've been here so long now. I'm starting to feel like I'm starting to be an oldie, man. I've been here for a couple years now. So now some of these other guys, I'm like, I don't know. I'm now starting to become the old guy. But, man, I'm glad you called in and told me that. I am going to consider that. I'm going to ask that. I will actually see if I can get answers on the members that would be included. And like I said, the interview, I don't want to paint it as an interview to hurt them at all. So I would definitely make sure to use allegedly. And if anything comes up, I want them to not speak on any active court cases. The whole nine. I just don't want any drama from it. But what I would like is a voice for them to have somewhere to where they can get out the information. I don't even care if I see their face because I don't expect to see their face. You're right. They're underground. They're in the shadows. The Robin Hood. That's a great example. Okay, so I don't expect to see them, but I do expect to hear from them, and I would love that. So that's my goal, and that was it. I'm just, I'm asking everybody, and I'm glad to get your opinion on it. But your opinion is, ain't no way in hell I'm getting the real members on there. That's understandable.
I don't think so. Not right at this particular time.
Well, you know what, man? As soon as it happened, I'm definitely gonna be having that notification bell ready. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let everybody know. I'm actually gonna try to put it up. I want to schedule it out 2 weeks in ahead because I want enough time to promote it. I actually want to pay for advertisements. I want to go ahead and this video to be out there, and I want them to be present. I want them to give out as much information as they can in this one interview. I will also, I don't have to do it live, mention that. I'll do a video, that way they can watch it, I can watch it. If we agree to what's in there, then I don't mind posting that. I don't want the cookie cutter interview though. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want the simple like, hey, we're great, we're TX, we're fun, and we love everybody, and everything's great with us. Bye-bye. I don't want that, because we know there's stuff going on right now. But that's what I want to know about. So other than that, my man, I'm about the time with you. I like how I want to go ahead and call you by your name. I know who you are. I know it. Okay. But my dog, any last words you got to say before I let you go?
Just like and subscribe to NickMoses05. Thanks, brother. I appreciate everything you do.
Man, I appreciate you, man. I'm going to holler at you later, my dude. So now let's go ahead and take one more NickMoses05 podcast. Uh-oh. Don't tell me I got him on the camera now. What's going on, my dude? Tell me you can hear me okay, man. Tell me you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, my man. What is going on,
Holla at your boy.
Man? Holla at your boy. Becoming Undone in the building. What is up, my man? How you doing today?
Doing good. Just proving that rednecks can definitely mod in game.
Man, talk to him nice. Talk to him nice, man. And I like to see that, too, because I told y'all I want to do something where we can have like all 4 of us on camera. You know, we can get 4 people. We can talk games. We can talk our smack, have a couple drinks. You can do whatever we want. We can play the game. I love it, man. So I'm glad to see you, man. And now I know you ready because you one that represent Team Executor. Okay. My man just said he don't believe I'm going to get the real members on. He said they going to be fake wannabes. And they're going to act like they the real members. Do you think that would be the case?
Nah, I think you got the clout, man. I believe in you. Yeah, you gonna get it.
I think
you gonna break
too.
the real story.
See, that's how I felt too. I feel like, you know, I'm trying to bring the real story. My job is not to sit here and call Team Executor out on their BS. That's for everybody else to decide. Me is just to have their side be heard. So now everybody can make their final decision and go about their lives. That's it. You know what I mean? Nothing else more than that. Now, any questions that you could think of if you had to ask Team Executor directly that you would be like, you know what? I'm going to ask them.
Man,
see, I don't know much, man.
If they're not going to have a release come up, can they team up with PK and hook the young OG up? They got to hook him up.
That PKOS, man, they got to do it.
He working on that room, man. He working on that room. He trying to get it all suave. He needs a hookup.
Yo, PK need a serious hookup. That man he had more than I ever had at his age, man. That man had the computer. He got the game. He got the lights by the bed for the women. I said, oh, my God.
He getting after it.
He getting after it. That's that PKOS money. He ain't telling nobody. He getting that PKOS money. That's what he's telling us. So, my man, and I got some things that I'm actually glad to get you because I got a bunch of subjects that I want to touch base with you. One of them that I know you probably done because I've done it. I've been victim of it. Worst modding experience. Have you ever tried to mod something and just failed? And you was like, oh, damn, I should have thought of that before I did it.
Man, as far as like outside consoles and stuff, I've kind of like did some things with some desktops, cutting some pieces off here and there, just Frankenstein it together, little tic-tac welding on it and stuff like that.
Oh my goodness, man. I'm just laughing because I think of everybody at those moments, man, where you just try to make something work. Then you like, yeah, that ain't working so good. I think I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board. That was an epic failure.
Graphics card up in there or something, man. And then like having to redo the screws and stuff for the motherboard, man. Some crazy stuff.
Oh God, man. So now let me ask, man. I gotta ask one thing I ain't talked to nobody else about, but I'm gonna mention it to you, man. GPUs. Intel's gonna release a GPU, and the reason I want to bring it up to you is because nobody can find no GPUs now, man. You cannot find that. You can't find a 30 nothing. You can't even find 1060s no more, man. They just sold out all over. Do you think Intel would be successful right now releasing a GPU, or do you think they're gonna fall victim to what NVIDIA and AMD is having a problem with and not being able to produce?
Low production is definitely gonna get them, because I mean, if they're gonna start into the game, they're starting at the bottom, and they got to get way up there. So I mean, they're gonna find the faults of trying to start it up, get it going, and of course, production I think is gonna be a problem. But if, like you said, they studied up and did all their research and everything, if they can find a way to keep them from the cryptocurrency miners, that would definitely be a plus. I just got me a build-in for a desktop because I'm on my laptop right now. And, man, I had everything I wanted to have right there to build it, but that GPU. and Amazon is taking a 3060 and making it anywhere from $900 to $1,200. And the only way I've actually found stuff is actually have somebody else pre-build it for me and get a decent deal. It's terrible, man. So they could definitely get in. I think they could do, maybe something with I don't know, Dell or somebody like that, or some little small thing like the Republic of Gamers, and try to market it through that to get it going.
Nah, I'm with you on that, man. You called it best, because my son right now, I've talked about building his computer, man. All the parts, I found everything with no problem. Comes to the GPU. I said, you know what? I'm going to do him right. I'm going to get him, man. I got to put him in a 3000 series. I'm going to have my son sold out. I said, you know what? It's cool, man. I'm going to go to the 2000 series. I'm going to have my son do right. He going to be sold out. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go to the 1000 series, because at least I know I can get him a 1000 series. Sold out. What the hell is this, man? Why is even the 1050s, the 1060s, do you think that they have to put something in there for crypto mining? Or do you think even if they don't put anything to stop any type of crypto mining, they could still be successful? What do you think on that?
I don't think they will put anything in there for the crypto mining, because number one, whether you're buying it or you're buying it or Joe Blow down the road is buying it, so they don't care that the scalpers are buying them up. Of course, they're not going to get the extra profit, but then again, they want as many people to buy into this as possible. So I don't think they're going to throw that on there.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think they're going to throw it on there either. And that was one thing I said, it would stop the sales of it. It's all about money. Let's be honest. They want the money. They don't care how it's being sold. They just want to sell it. So I'm like, you right. Starting here low. Make a bunch of them. Just quick, fast. Always keep them in stock. And you automatically deem yourself a winner. Now, I don't know what that would do for NVIDIA or AMD, but I think it might. I think we'll still be sold out of AMD and NVIDIA for a while. But nonetheless, we'll still have Intel out there. And like my son, he needs a GPU. I could simply be like, hey, they got the new Intels coming out. Here you go. And now he can be able to game and play with everybody else. And he don't need the super souped up GPU. You know what I mean? So I'm glad to get your answer on that, man. I had to ask you because I haven't heard about anybody speaking about this Intel GPU. And I got stock. So I'm trying to make $1. I'm trying to get rich. I need to have Intel blow up. I need Intel to make this deal happen. I take it back. I do have stock in AMD, so I need to watch what I say. But, you know what I mean? I got stock in Intel too. Okay, don't got any NVIDIA, but I need to do that. So now, my man becoming undone. There was a lot of other things I have here I want to talk to you about as well with the DLC demos. I know me and you being old school gamers, okay? You remember them demo discs. I know you was one too. Tore it open, put the demo disc in, and you, played the demo disc. Do you think having a demo DLC would matter at all? Do you think it would help? Or do you think it'll just be pointless and people still wouldn't buy the DLC anyway?
I think it'd be really helpful because demos are kind of what I go for. Because you can see a game, like you said, Panzer Dragoon, looks like garbage, or somebody else don't know how to play it, and you're watching a video, them play it, and you're like, nah, that's not my style, just because they're not playing it. But if you actually get your hands on it, you're able to immerse yourself into the story more than just like, I don't know. I know they're loading up long videos now on YouTube and stuff like that, but I can't keep my attention span past 30 minutes. So, I'll watch a 30-minute one, and if I get into playing a game and you get an hour's worth, I want to try that game out for an hour and see how it is. And from there, they could hook some people up. I mean, honestly, especially with that demo. I mean, if you think about it, the way I'll use ESO, like when they have their memberships, they get to have the new level expansion. But if your membership expires, it's like that DLC part is taken away. So in a sense, it's almost like a little paid for demo DLC, and that's the one that comes to mind just off the top of my head.
Nice. Okay, Dick, didn't know that. And I haven't dived in ESO. It's been a while, but it's been out for a while now. I mean, that community has been thriving for a very long time. But you're right. That way, hey, you don't pay your fee. That gets taken away. You now cannot access it. That is kind of similar to what I mentioned. And then at least you tried it out. And if you still want to play it, you just have to continue paying your membership. And now you can still continue to play it. So, no, very similar. And the reason I thought of this because I thought of that damn demo disc I had where I played the same damn demo. You got your brother. Y'all played the same damn demo. Y'all had competitions on the same damn demo. And I said, why can't they recreate that now? Well, that's because you can download everything. You can download it here. You can download a stage 1. You can download this. But I said, you can't do that with DLC. Why hasn't this been
done? It's hard to say. I guess the industry just is not innovative anymore. They're not. I can't say they're not looking for money because man, they're trying to pop games up to 70 a pop and 75, $80 with taxes and stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't know. It seems like to me a lack of innovation. Number one, and then maybe they're afraid, somebody's going to learn how to like bypass something, with demos. Demos may be just like a beta type coding for them. I don't know how the consoles really do all that, but there may be some little trick or jab that happens, and all of a sudden people get these demos, the DLC off that demo after that time period for free.
You're right.
So they're losing money. So
I do remember that
really
happening. And I remember that happening in the past where they had a game that supposedly the full game was on there, but they only gave you access to the demo, but people figured out that the full game was on there. And what do you think happened? Yes, they got the full game for free. So I'm with you on that. And the DLC, hey, if it's, hey, we give you this DLC, some people figure a way to trick it to make it think you really own the DLC. Now they get to keep it. They don't have to change anything. They don't have to re-download it. They kind of got it. So I do believe there'll be some red tape. But the thought of that, I was just curious. And I just, a lot of times I go outside, I read my book. That's what I call it. I call it reading a book, which, I'm out there getting my mind stimulated. But nonetheless, I come back in and then I start my mind just, you start reading this stuff and your mind just start blowing up. So that was one of them. I just never thought, why the hell don't they have that? Now that we got that out the way, Gucci virtual sneakers. My dog, tell me you about to cop some of these Gucci virtual sneakers, man. Tell me you about to go down the street with a pair of $12.99 rainbow color shoes on your feet. How do you feel about the Gucci virtual sneakers?
Hey, I have to give it to them. They're hungry. I mean, and they showing the ruthlessness. I mean, to me, I'd want some of them 2K Jordan brands and stuff like that, as far as like some VR shoes and stuff like that. But hey, Gucci, they trying to stay a step ahead. I mean, they're not Gucci for nothing.
Yeah, and you're right. That's the same way I looked at it. First, I'm like, you know what? I can never see myself wearing these out in public. But then I was like, you know what? It would be something else if you walked into a party, a Gucci party, and everybody got them on. And everybody got their glasses on. And everybody's feet got some brand new Gucci's that ain't never been released. They were specialized just for you. And you bought them for $5.99 per. You can change your Gucci's on the fly. Let's talk. You be walking right in your Gucci's. You can have different Gucci's flash on your shoes. Gucci. They're like, oh, he got 7 Gucci's. And one, oh my. So I thought the possibilities were endless, but you're right. It's who gonna wear that outside? I just don't know who wearing that shoe outside. That's all. That's my only problem. I'm not wearing that shoe outside. So I'm glad you said I don't know about it. But the thought, you're right. They are moving a step ahead. They got the money. Okay. And I mean, in the future, who knows? 50 years from now, we paying all this damn money for skins, and I would have never thought I would have paid some money to put fake clothes on a character, man. I'm doing it now. So who knows if I'll later on down the line be buying augmented reality t-shirts. Oh, it hurts to even say it, man. Oh, God.
Yeah, man. I mean, you think about it right now, Warzone, them operators. Those are just like skins. If you go Rainbow Six, those, they actually have some stats and stuff go with them. But I compare it more of like a game I play, Warframe, and I mean, people want to do fashion frame. You see these Animal Crossing and different games where people are making characters look like characters from Marvel and DC and stuff. So people like that nostalgia. They're gonna pay for it.
Nah, they're gonna pay, and I'm with you on that. I'm one of them. I'm the same way. I'm a sucker for it. If I see something and it gives me that nostalgia feel of any old school game that I loved, I'm with you. I almost just say I'd rather buy it and give my money because they at least thought of the effort to consider me and what I love. You know what I mean? Versus all these other games. So now I'm definitely with you on that. Couldn't even argue. Not even gonna say nothing. But the day I wear some Gucci's, man, it will be those. Because $12.99
crazy, and you need to sell the idea over to the lawnmower racing game, for the skins for the John Deere and the Kubota and all that crap. Make you some good money.
Yeah, we making some good money, man. And don't lie, they said these are gonna be in Roblox and be able to use in VR chat. So my thing is, I'm gonna buy them, but my daughter loves Roblox. So my hope is that I know her feet is not gonna fit my big ass feet. But my hope is that these shoes are somehow interchangeable. They somehow can go from small to big. That way I could try them one time. And then I could say, here, baby, they for you. And she could just put them on, which I don't know what the hell a 5-year-old would do with fake augmented reality shoes. But, they got something down the line playing down the pipe. I don't know what that is. So now, lastly, because I know we low on the time, I'm actually about Sony actually being part owner of Evo, the biggest fighting game series out there. Do you think this is a big thing for Sony, or do you think it's really not going to change much for the Evo series and fighting games will still be the same for all systems? Nothing changes.
Oh, I think it's going to be a game changer. Sony is they're trying to cover as much ground as possible. You get yourself, just selling games and systems, but then you're sponsoring or co-partnering a big event like that. That right there is going to put your name out there. It's going to put a little bit of clout. Like you were saying earlier, the possibility of games kind of catering to Sony in being the first to put out a game in timed exclusives. So that right there can definitely give them a boost because people want to buy, something and have access before everybody else, just to brag.
Yep.
I mean, that's number one right there. You see a new skin or something, as we were talking about, and you don't see none of your friends with it. You get to brag. I mean, I got a nephew who does that crap with Fortnite. He goes through that thing, man, and he's 6 years old, but man, he loves those skin stuff. So yeah, I mean, Sony's putting it out there. They're going to let their name be known. I don't know how many tournaments or different things like that Microsoft may actually be invested in more than, just their game showing up or whatever. But yeah, this is a big move, in my opinion, by Sony to try to push a little bit because, number one, we know that Nintendo is pushing the Smash Brothers tournaments and crap. So Sony's saying, hey, screw that. We're going to encourage these tournaments, and we want people to go in there and fight games. And I don't think it's going to deter Smash players.
No,
because that's a great game. Don't get me wrong. It's not my favorite genre, but it's a great game for a fighter. Right. I could go old school, Play Fighters, Killer Instinct, stuff like that. Think about those stuff. But for Sony to put their name into it like that, ownership, yeah, it's definitely a game changer. They're looking to try to bolster their clout in the gaming industry.
And I'm with you on that. I seen it. I said, yo, I'm one that, and you're right, I'm coming from that era too. I remember Clay Fighter, and that was being such a classic, being at Blockbuster game tournaments, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles tournament fighter, and all these certain fighters back then. These was just fighters that we were raised on. The fighting genre has slowed down. It has slowed down. We got now all these shooters and battle royale games, but I do agree with you. I think this is a game changer, man. I think people now, if I'm a developer, I'm making a fighting game, all I have to say is, hey, you know what? I got a great fighting game. I'm going to release it on all consoles. And then Sony says, you got to release it on ours first, and we'll pay you. Now, if I tell Sony no, and Sony has a choice between my game and somebody else who gives Sony all these exclusive rights to their game, Sony's going to say, nah, you don't need to be in a fighting tournament this year. We don't even like you enough, okay? We're just going to pick these titles that we have already, and we'll stick with these. So I do think it matters if I'm making a fighting game. I damn near have to make sure it works for Sony. You know what I mean? So, my man, Becoming Undone. We are at our time. I got him on camera. Yes. So, we going to be doing this more. Everybody know. Any last words you got to say before we out, my dude?
I'm going to let them know redneck style, man. Get your food stamps, your lunch money, your welfare checks. You got to send them all to Cash Money Nick.
My man, and Becoming Undone. You know I'm be hollering at you. Glad, and like I told you, we all going to work some what I want to do. Dead Specials on that. I know Joe as well has said, I want to do something. We can have 4 people on. We can discuss gaming topics. You know, and I might add an extra day for that or something else. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I'm going to be hollering at you, my dude. Talk to you later, my man.
Later.
We good. So, anyways, my people, that is enough of NickMoses05 Gaming Podcast. I see everybody who tuned in. Saigo, my man, I see you there. I didn't see that Roblox is the biggest or second biggest game company in the world according to market value. Damn! Oh my goodness, I did not know that. And to tell you the truth, I would not doubt that because the amount of money that Roblox makes a day, some of these games make millions of dollars, and that's just one game inside of Roblox. I am not joking. Okay, we love you. Becoming Done. Roblox is back. The biggest Second Life was ahead of its time, selling virtual clothes. King of the Hill online skins. Says Saigo. Let's go through. I see Chelsea's word. Anybody didn't leave out. I just want to make sure I got to you. Nvidia is dumping all their stock in China to mining farms. Yeah, they're about money, man. They're all about money. So, Shane, I see that. Just want to make sure I didn't leave anybody, didn't shout anybody, I missed anybody. Versatile! Oh, my man, said Nick Mo, what up? And for those who don't know, Versatile, wow. Versatile was actually a old buddy, man, and we go way back. Flapjacks, Ajax, all that. Okay, Versatile, my man, it was good to see you stop by, my dude. Good to see you. I see plenty of people here, but I can't get it. Anyways, I got to go ahead and roll out. It was wonderful with you guys. Love you guys. We're going to get that interview. Okay, and we getting the real deal, the real scoop. It's your boy, NickMoses05. MoFam.